What is up, Friday Nighters? Welcome back to just another Friday night. No longer the pre-show. Now it is just the show, I guess. So, here we go. I mean, we're going to do our best here, guys. This is just another Friday night. This is a Facebook Live. This is a podcast. Some of these things it used to be a pre-show. Now it's kind of becoming the show. I am one of your two hosts, CM Chuck. Alongside me, as always, Double A, Adamantium Adam. How you doing tonight, Double A?
Good. It's Friday. I'm doing good.
Good. Guys, we're here in front of the red and green because, as you can guess, tonight it's a wonderful podcast all about Christmas. I know what you're saying. You're about a week early, right? Well, next week you probably all be with your families doing holiday stuff, not watching our show, not watching us Facebook Live. Probably be drinking eggnog and doing, whatever else people do on Christmas. So
I probably wouldn't be on watching us either.
Oh yeah, would you even be on the show with me at least?
I don't know.
No, I might just be up here alone. It'd be an interesting episode. Come into your house, you know what I mean? Just start recording on my own. Guys, if you're here, we really appreciate you being here for our Facebook Live Christmas edition. So we appreciate you. We got Steve here in the house. What's up, Steve? Cheers, Cheers to you, Steve. Steve, I'm glad that you're here watching live, because I want to give you a very special thank you, sir. Last week, guys, our cousin Alexandria, her school adopted a retirement home.
Yeah,
and they were doing a blanket drive, collecting blankets for the elderly, guys. Man, what a more noble cause than that. Immediately, I wanted to get in on this. So me and my girlfriend went and picked up 2 blankets each, and we were going to donate this to Allie. Well, when Steve heard about this on our last live, he said, man, I want to donate some blankets too. I met up with him the next day. Man, in grand fashion, he turns up with 4 huge, really plush, really nice blankets, Double A. Steve, thank you so much. I delivered those blankets about 2-3 days ago, and 2 big old sacks I had full of blankets. I felt like the Santa blanket Santa. So it was very cool, man. Thank you so much for that donation. I hope that those in need at the elderly home get them and have them for their use. So that's awesome. Maria is here. Hi, Maria. We appreciate you being here. Merry Christmas, Steve. Yes, Merry Christmas to you as well. We're going to get to that for sure. Allie is here in the house. We're surprised. We surpassed our goal. Great news. All right. Good job, Allie. Good job. They surpassed their goal, Steve, so hopefully our help push over the top. Jennifer Rios is here. Hi, Jennifer. How are you doing? Welcome to the show. We're glad that you're here watching with us on our Christmas episode. Let me tell you guys something. If I have any trouble hearing, I apologize in advance because I cannot hear through the Christmas hat with my headphones on. Normally I come in really nice and loud, and my head is sweating, so we'll see if I can rock this the entire episode. Guys, tonight our episode is going to be our Christmas episode. Like I said, next week Christmas is on a Friday. When does that happen? Never, except in 2020 when everything else was going crazy. So of course you'd get Halloween on a Friday, Christmas on a Friday, but that means not necessarily we couldn't do an episode, but we want you guys to, be with your family and all that. We think most people listen to this afterwards anyway, but either way, we're recording Christmas now, so that way next week when we promote, we'll be posting a bunch of Christmas stuff.
And it'll lead up into Christmas.
Right, exactly. And guys, we have a very special present for you. I'm going to talk about at the end of this episode what the present is. Or maybe not the end, maybe like in a few minutes. So yeah, first things last though, guys, I need to do a little bit of a rebuttal, some housekeeping. I messed up big last episode. It was our first time kind of doing the dual recording, the Facebook Live and recording for our podcast platform. I know I kind of explained that to you guys. I know it's confusing. And at the 30-minute mark of this, I'm going to tell you guys, we're going to take a quick break, but we're really not going to take a quick break. You're going to keep seeing us. But for our podcast, audio listeners only, they're going to get a break where I do a little commercial, which is pretty cool if you want to go out and hear it. So what I need to do is I need to wish 2 very big, special, happy birthdays in my life and in my family that I was just so flustered last week with the new process that we're trying out that I forgot to say it, and I normally do the shout out. So first off, I want to say happy birthday to Jessica, my girlfriend of 8 years. I love you so much. Happy birthday. You got a rad gift from me. to pat myself on the back because I know because it made you cry, which was really cool. I didn't expect that,
nice.
so that was awesome. Yeah, so I'm glad you like that, but I am sorry that I missed your birthday. Shout out, babe. But here it is now. Happy birthday, Jessica. Guys, if you know her at Instagram, trinket_truck, give her a shout out, a hello, and a happy birthday. If not, you saw I put it all over our group anyway.
Yeah. She got a great response.
Yeah, I went in hard on that. And also, too, the man who I would not be here without, because
Literally.
he's my dad. Yeah. So, Dad, happy birthday. Also belated. I will not reveal either of your ages. You both look like $1 million to me, so that means I got $2 million lookers in my life. But happy birthday to you, Dad, Charles Morellis Sr., the original CM Chuck. So, yeah, here's to you guys. Cheers. That's good. Double A, adrenalize me any news this week.
Okay, so this week, today, actually, The Mandalorian finishes again. Happy New Year's, but sad news at the same time, because damn it, it's over.
Yeah, I know.
So we're not. No spoilers. No spoilers.
No spoilers. We're not. Everyone's not caught up yet,
No.
and don't worry, guys. We'll talk about. We are going to discuss the Mandalorian season 2.
Yeah, we are. We're going to recap it just like we did season 1.
Go back and
coming
listen.
up. Yeah, go back and listen to that one. That was like episode 3.
Last season, yeah, like episode.
Well, it's like episode 3
4,
though. It's like one of our early ones.
It's one of our very early episodes. Probably only 30 minutes long, to be honest.
Yeah, it is.
We probably didn't do it justice.
No, we did.
Yeah.
No, we did. Wonder Woman is finally coming out Christmas Day,
Yeah.
and if you have a Roku, is that how you stream like I do? It's finally HBO Max is finally available on the Roku, so that's pretty cool. I didn't even know it wasn't available on the fucking.
I don't think I
Roku.
knew that either. You know what? That's awesome actually, because my nephew sees at Roku TV. My dad wanted to watch the Harley Quinn show, and I couldn't get it set up for him. So,
and so if everything I've been reading, it says if you are an HBO subscriber, HBO Max should be no cost to you since you're a subscriber already to HBO. So I'm gonna try mine. See, hopefully, if I get it for free, since I already pay for HBO.
Yeah.
It would suck if I had to pay for 2 HBO.
No, you don't want to. That's like $30.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
$32 actually.
So I was kind of happy to see that.
Awesome.
The Stand, Stephen King's adaptation on CBS All Access. If you see it there, you get to see Picard. All these other shows, Star Trek.
Yeah.
So The Stand is on right now. It debuted yesterday, so check it out.
Awesome. Great stuff. Tonight, guys, a little bit of boxing going on. You guys know that we're both boxing fans.
Yeah.
Triple G will be fighting. That's Gennady Golovkin. I don't know the guy who's fighting.
Me neither.
But it's on that DAZN, Dazn or whatever.
Dazn.
I heard bad things. I don't know.
Yeah, it's Eddie Hearns, I think.
Yeah.
The one who promotes Joshua.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't like him.
Yeah. Hey, babe. Yes, the badass Black Widow purse. I'm glad you liked it. Hey, hon, I want to let you know right now, since you are watching live, I forgot the charger for the computer. Guys, there's a real potential here that this whole thing could go down. Will be super bad. I've never done this before. Hon, if there's any way you could bring that to me. I know you're really busy, but no charger, guys. And the battery says it's about half. It was at 98% when we started, but
let's get going.
Let's get down quick.
Get going.
So but we're gonna get down quick. Yeah, tomorrow also Canelo Alvarez is fighting, so that'll be on pay-per-view for anyone that's a fan of that. And if either one of us gets to see either of those fights, we'll talk about them next week. So then I'm going to give you your Christmas present right now to all the Friday Night Faithful and the Friday Nighters. Again, if you're in the Friday Night Faithful, you are a Friday Nighter, so that's what you are. Join our group in Facebook, the Friday Night Faithful. That's the name of the group. Guys, we're going to bring you our episode next week early. It'll actually end up being just another Wednesday night because we're going to record early and we're going to be live on location where we're going to be at. We're going to be out at Authority Comics. The interview of interviews, the one we've wanted since we started this show, Mario Delgado, the owner and operator of Authority Comics, formerly of Collectors Authority. Guys, this is going to be huge. We call him the best comic book man in the business for a reason. All around nice guy. He's done so much for our show already. Yeah. We're going to be in his shop recording. Guys, we'll be live, so if there are going to be some questions, we'll take some time to do that.
Get some questions. Send them to us all week. If you have any questions, I'm going to be asking them some questions about comics, and shit like that. So
and the comic book biz, and then just his over 20-year history of being a comic book man here in San Antonio, Texas. So we're going to have that. In fact, we've got to get him a list of questions. But again, during our breaks, when we do break every 30 minutes, that's when we'll read some of the comments in the feed and we'll get to them. And we're going to do that the exact same way this time if we have a chance to do that. So, I mean, I think we will, but just in the event that we don't have a chance to do that, we won't. So, what is the topic of tonight? Well, as we said, it's a wonderful podcast, right, God Boy? So we want to talk to you guys a little bit about, and feel free to comment throughout the show. And then again, at our first 30-minute break, we'll take time to read through the comments. I may not be addressing them right away when we're here, but I will during that first break. And the second break, and if there ends up being a third break. But we might keep it a short one this time, because we're going to talk all about our Christmas movies, traditions, songs, all things Christmas. We got our lovely tree here. Double A's got some awesome stuff hung up here in the back. The Coca-Cola Santa. And I'm kind of blocking Tim Burton's awesome Nightmare Before Christmas. That one, I don't know if that's on my Christmas list, but I definitely need to add that one. That is one that I always watch at Christmas time. But yeah, Double A, adrenalize me. Start me off, man. What does Christmas kind of mean to you? Where does it rank in your holidays? Is it top? Is it number one? Is it number two? It's got to be top three.
It's got to be probably number one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Over Halloween?
Yeah.
I know you were kind of an Easter guy back in the day, too.
No. I never was.
Okay,
no,
okay.
No. It's probably number one. I always just like the cheerfulness. People always just seem to be nicer, more mellow.
Mm-hmm.
They give more. So, hey, you know what? Christmas is always nice.
Awesome. Awesome. I love it, too. Yeah, it probably ties number one, number two, Halloween. It just kind of like the mood, right? Like, things change. Like, as it gets closer to one, you get in the mood for that. But then right after it's over, you almost get, right after Halloween, you almost switch into Christmas mode. You know what I mean? I'm not one of these people that gripes about Christmas music or sing holiday stuff out early. I'm like, oh, no, it's cool. It's like, if anything, we get more of it now. I mean, I kind of feel like retailers set the bar, set the pace for, that. You know what I mean? Like, we got to do that. So, I mean, what are you going to do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so sorry guys, I'm just taking a look at the battery there. It's giving me worries here. Let me read a few comments real quick. Albert Ayala's in the house. What's up, Albert, man? Long time no hear from. Glad for you joining. He says, what's up, Charles? Just another Friday Night Rocks. From Miami, greetings. Oh, what's up, man?
Nice.
Miami, awesome.
Nice.
And Mario says it's going to be his pleasure to be on the show. No, the pleasure's all on this side, Mario. And he also says 25 years and counting. I was wrong. I knew it was over 20 years, but 25 years in the comic game.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Happy birthday wins the party. Joe in the house. Joe, we know what your playlist will be based on last week's episode. It's going to be a lot of Deftones and a lot of, what was the other one? Corn. Sorry,
Come on,
Joe.
Come on,
A little bit of booze is going. The booze is flowing. Jessica says she's on her way with the charger. Thank you, Jessica, because it's literally in the red, and I'm sweating bullets over here underneath my hat. So, yeah. Double A, talk to us a little bit more about... okay, let's just go like this. Let's start off with Christmas movies. That's a big one, right? So, for you, what, no particular order, no top 10. Just give me some of the Christmas movies that you love, that you feel like you watch every year this time of year, and that get you,
Well, number one, It's a Wonderful Life.
Classic.
I love that movie.
Classic.
Yeah. I barely saw it a few years ago, and it became my instant favorite.
I think a Friday Nighter, Holty Bear showed me that one. He made me kind of sit down and watch that one, and I do like it. Love Jimmy Stewart, the classic.
He did a great job, because he served in World War II. He didn't want to do a lot of movies.
Okay.
So that scene where he's like crying at the end, he was thinking about like all the people that died in World War II.
Wow.
So that was emotion from that.
Wow.
And he ended up retiring from as a rear admiral.
Really?
For the military, yeah.
So he was in the Navy?
Yeah, he was a 2-star general.
Is that right?
Yeah, he
Jimmy
retired.
Stewart.
Yeah.
Holy cow, I did not know that. Some facts getting learned here by CM Chuck in the house. Wow.
Yeah, the highest ranking celeb ever to
I did not know that. I love him, and they made us watch To Kill a Mockingbird in school, and man, I was like, this is like a knockdown stand-up performance. I mean, it's awesome.
So it's that one. Christmas Carol. Love this story. One of the best time travel movies. Of Ebenezer Scrooge. Sci-fi movie.
Now, there's been variations of this. Which version are you talking about?
So I like the Patrick Stewart one.
Okay.
And I like the one with Jim Carrey, the animated one.
Oh, nice.
I like those two.
Nice.
Those two are my favorite. I would recommend the Patrick Stewart, though.
I think the Bill Murray Scrooge is a take on that. A modern take. I love that story. I feel like I kind of know
it's a great story.
I mean, the guy that is he kind of like he regrets his life, right?
Yeah. Well, he doesn't regret it. He had a bad childhood, and he never wants to go back to being that again.
Right.
So
that's Ebenezer Scrooge.
Yeah.
Okay. And we've got Tiny Tim, and then the family. That classic.
Because he was poor. His dad didn't like him.
Yeah.
And everything. So and then Christmas Vacation just became a super classic movie for my family. So
Why only recently did that one move up?
10 years ago, there were so many things. I started having my own household. Really.
Okay.
And so I kind of understood what he was going through now. So it's
having people over and all that.
Having people over,
the
setting
stress,
up the lights.
Kind of.
Yeah, man, the lights, the stress, getting the tree.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, all that stuff. So,
truth be told, you know, I've talked about this recently with my girlfriend, and I've talked about it with my sister too, but in the last couple of years, maybe I didn't mean to cut you off, but maybe the last 10, 15 years, maybe even more than that, I would just start to get really kind of down around this time of year.
Really?
Like right around Thanksgiving, between now, I get down. I actually found myself having trouble getting the Christmas spirit. And I was like, man, like I would just feel like it was so stressful having to buy gifts and having to think about the holiday meal, and there'd be like all these fights, and like it would just be like, it was like a movie. It was like, man, this shit is really true. Like this shit stresses you out.
I kind of want to get back to that when we talk about songs.
Okay, and it's funny because I can see It's a Wonderful Life right here. Yeah. I'm looking at it right in your collection.
Yeah. That's a good song that you should listen to. And we'll get to that when we get to that.
Okay,
subject.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. But that didn't happen this year, so I felt pretty good about that. I felt like that didn't come over me. Maybe it kind of hit me a little bit at Thanksgiving time, and I kind of got through it real quick. But it didn't really happen this year with Christmas. But you know, we were doing some shopping, and we were, you know, we can't really be out right now. You know, I did a lot of shopping online. I did a lot of shopping early, which was good. Maybe that curbed some of the stress, and I didn't really realize it.
Maybe.
But yeah, I just think they're just different when you're a kid, and there's this.
I can shop for a lot of people.
I start with the smallest, and then it grows, like, unfortunately, because I start to remember, like, this cousin or whatever, or, like, this group of friends, or, like, this friend has a new girlfriend who became friends with my girlfriend, and, like, they're buddied up, and it's like, damn it, she's going to probably do something really nice. Or, you know, once my sister had my nephew, you know, he's 7 now, people start to get him stuff, and I'm like, oh, they might not have kids, so I worry about them not having kids. You know what I mean? So, yeah, sorry, guys. We're getting the message here about the power cord, which should be here in literally minutes. So we're hoping that it will last.
If not, just stay with us.
Yeah, just stay with us. Hang in there. Well, I mean, I think everything will essentially go dead, but we'll bring it right back up. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. So those, I definitely, you know, feel that holiday list kind of grow, and just trying to think about everybody.
It's just funny. It grows when you have kids.
Right.
Like that Christmas, you want to make a good Christmas. Like you could care less when it's just you, but then when it's people, your family involved, then yeah, it makes it harder. So, you know, when I lived in my first house, when I moved out of my house, I was decorating the house.
Yeah.
And I needed another strand of white. I didn't know there was like 3 different kinds of whites. A bright white, warm light, you know, blah, 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 whatever white.
Classic.
I turn it on. The end and the middle, I mean, the end and the other end are bright, and then the other one's dark.
In the middle.
I was like, shit.
Oh, my gosh.
That was horrible.
And just like one of those moments, like you're like, what's going on? You know what I mean? Like, this is a thing, whatever. That too, you know, like buying holiday decorations. You know, like I became a homeowner too 5 years ago, and it's like, oh, right, you're kind of excited about that at first. And then you realize you're like, man, this is like a lot of damn work, climbing on a ladder and all that stuff. And I took for granted spending so many years at your mom's house. And your mom and dad's house, you know, your house your dad, you know, bought and raised my mom in, and then you guys in. And we would just, Christmas Eve, it was a given. We'd go over there.
Just go.
And we'd hang out. There's tamales already there. All the food is done. Your mom would roll up all these deli meats.
Hams,
There'd be meatballs. I mean, it was a freaking spread. We'd be running around like crazy. The adults would be drinking. Then we got old enough to drink, and we were still there, still drinking, still doing the thing. And it was like, man, you take that for granted when it's like, now it's like on your dime. It's on your time. It's on your... you know, your shoulders, the weight of this, you know.
I remember when my dad, I started getting a job, you know, I was like, hey, Dad, I'll pay for the booze this year. Don't worry about it, right? I was shocked to find out how much, like, the fucking booze cost. I was like, holy
I was
shit.
never at a Christmas at your parents where they ran out of booze. You know what it costs to make sure booze doesn't run out?
That's what I'm saying. It's fucking expensive.
That means get out more beer. Get out another bottle. It's like, oh, yeah.
Holy shit. Fucking Jack Daniels costs for like a good size one. It's like $40, $50.
Definitely.
Like, damn.
Definitely. I'm sorry. I'm checking my phone, guys, just to make sure that Jessica doesn't get here with the charger, and I got to run down there. You're going to see me leave the show. Double A's going to take the reins here, take the wheel, and lead you to the next place. So let me talk about my movies real quick so we can get off movies. I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3 real quick. The number one top Christmas movie for me that I got to watch every year if I get a chance and can is The Grinch, the old animated one, the original. That's my fave. Boris Karloff is the narrator. Guys, that's The Mummy and Frankenstein, right? I mean, guys, the horror, the man of horror is the one leading the way in The Grinch. And Double A just educated me earlier about the guy that sings the song, Thurl Ravenscroft. What a name, right? Thurl Ravenscroft, that's his name. He was the original voice of the original Tony the Tiger. He's the one who sings the song.
Yeah.
You're a mean one.
And then you can hear it now.
Mr. Grinch.
Yeah, so I'm like, wow.
I mean, like, wow, that's pretty awesome. So I love to watch that one. I think the original's only like 30 minutes. I love the animation. Yeah. I love, his movements and everything that, Karloff's voice is just so iconic, man. It's amazing. So I love watching that one. If I can, I don't own it. It's one of these things like I'm realizing now this Christmas we have a podcast. A lot of stuff I don't own. I don't own a Christmas shirt. Do you have one Christmas t-shirt?
I have a sweater from a Christmas vacation.
Okay.
It's from Margot and Todd, the neighbors. Do you remember?
I don't.
Oh, it's Elaine.
Okay.
Elaine from Seinfeld.
Okay.
Her and her husband are like yuppies. And they hate Griswold. And so there's like, they come up and their expensive stereo is like, all damaged from Clark, right? And he's like, why is the floor all wet, Todd? I don't know, Margot. And that was like a line me and her kept saying. So there was actually sweaters with that phrase. So we have sweaters
Very
from
cool.
Christmas vacation.
Very cool. We don't wear them because sometimes here in the potluck, guys, it gets a little warm. Like I said, my head is a full head of sweat underneath this. So it gets a little warm here. So I had gone to Walmart yesterday. There were 2 ugly sweaters there that I was going to get. One was really cool because it's got Santa with shades on, and he's got his hand up with a cup, like a cocktail, and you can actually put your beer in there, like your beer bottle in there. Then they had a Santa one with like a belt, a black belt, around, and you could literally load 6 cans in, a 6-pack around your belt. So, drinking in the holidays go hand in hand, guys. So, but I do love The Grinch. The Grinch is number 1 for me. Then 2 and 3 are, like, these are the classics that I watched as a kid, Double A, that were like my favorites, that were like, you just watch them all the time, every year. So, number 2, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the claymation one. Love that one. My nephew loves it now. He's all about Rudolph this year. Like, he's like, where's Rudolph? Can Santa bring Rudolph to pet? Can you ask Santa to bring that for this year? And, he's just into Rudolph. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, yeah, cool. And he goes, cool. He goes, how come they don't show him in all the movies? And I'm like, you know what? I always wondered that, too. Like, why doesn't Rudolph come out in everything?
It's here. Like, I think you need to go downstairs.
Okay. All right, guys. Double is taking the reins. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So we got our charger. CM's running down. Oh, he's right here, actually. Okay. Real quick, I don't want to cut into any of the topic we're talking about. I'm wearing my El Luchador bar. They are open again, Wednesday through Saturday, I believe, from 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. They are open again. Check them out. It's a really cool bar. They got a lot of entertaining stuff to look at. Billy and Jesse are great owners, great people. They're going out of their way to put new stuff in the bar, so it's really cool. They got a margarita machine, I believe now. They got a food truck going, so a lot of good eats, a lot of good drinks. Check them out, Luchador Bar, but please be careful. Please wear a mask. Please follow the guidelines so they don't get shut down and fined by the city. Okay,
yes,
so.
Guys, if you want to hear a great interview, you can go back on our Facebook page, Just Another Friday Night. Go to the video section. Look for the one where you see there's 4 guys sitting there. It's me, Double A, and it's Jesse and Billy from. They're 2 of 3 owners. There's actually a 3rd owner also. But they were so gracious to grant us an interview. We reached out to them and we were like, hey, we would like to have you guys out because you have a great wrestling bar. We love wrestling, and they were like, yeah, let's do it, man. Jesse was super private. Guys, these guys did their own podcast. That's how great they are at talking.
But they treated us very well.
Oh, my gosh, so well. Drinks, on them. It was so nice of them to do that. Billy made some so delicious stuff, man. He's a great bartender as well as a bar owner. And Jesse is just a guy with stories after stories. So much fun. So please go check out El Luchador.
Can I have me a beer?
Oh yeah.
Speaking of bars, can you
have
hand me a beer, please?
Yes, sir. And go check them out. We're so happy that they're open again and being able to do business. And guys, they also are now owning a coffee shop / bar, I guess, called Tandem. You can go check that one out as well. You can get coffee there. They've got the dark matter coffee is like one of the things that they're promoting there. And I guess they shouldn't be closed no matter what, despite bar rules, because it's also a coffee shop. So
we got a lot of new comments. Hi, Tab and Ricky. Hi,
yes.
Maria. Wonder Woman to the rescue. Yes, Jess is that.
Oh, yeah. Let is here. Yes, thank you, Jess. Jess brought the charger. Thank you guys. We're back in business.
Hi, Let.
Hi,
Let. Thank you again for your kind words.
Awesome. And that's so funny that everyone's having this conversation in the live. So we're not going to address that till our break, which is in a few minutes.
Let, Tab and Ricky, and Maria.
And Jess, thank you for the charger. Appreciate it.
We couldn't have done this without you, literally.
That's all on my fault, guys. I bring the laptop every time, and then I totally forgot.
Okay, so let's get back to where we're going. Okay, so we're kind of we're like fucking nervous. So let's kind of take it back now. CM, we're talking about your favorite movies.
Oh, right, Christmas movies. Yeah,
it was Grinch. You liked the cartoon one,
and the Rudolph,
and the Rudolph,
claymation
the classic one.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that one, in my opinion. And that's where it does. I've been doing. Who's the lead reindeer? Double A Comet? Is it Comet?
I think so.
I've been doing his voice for Amy. I've been like, oh, what's that? Oh, I put a little mud on it. She just gets a kick out when I do that voice. My horrible Comet impersonation.
Is that one your favorite? The Frosty,
That would be the third one. So that would be my top three. So it would go Grinch, Rudolph, the animated, and then Frosty. Again, they remind me of being a kid. Yeah. They just, that time. I love Frosty.
Well, the ratings are always high.
Yeah.
Every time they come up. Yeah, like Charlie Brown. Christmas always gets a huge rating.
Yeah. That one's great too. I love that one.
Yeah. Me and Joe got to see that one on PBS. They showed it without even announcing it.
Joe, for that heads up.
Yeah,
I know.
They showed it without even announcing it.
Nobody knew. So those are great for me. So many others though. Like I want to talk just a little bit real quick about some new ones I saw. So one of them I saw Noelle with Anna Kendrick. So beautiful, number one. But she did a great job. It's on Disney Plus, guys. It's a beautiful story. Long story short, about what if the next Santa was a female, and that's pretty damn cool. I think you'll love it. Though I'm like, man, I want to watch this one every year now. Of course, everyone's been talking about Kurt Russell and the Christmas Chronicles.
The first one was good. I haven't seen part two.
I loved the first one. I watched it, and we watched the second one, and I dug it. It was really good, really cool. A different tale. Goldie comes out, you know what I mean, and then you get the kid from Deadpool, the little chubby kid, the bad guy. He comes out, so that's kind of cool too. We're having a Rolling Rock and Double A having some Dos Equis. Sorry guys, we had a comment in the comment section here about what was everybody drinking. What are you guys drinking? Are you guys
what are you guys drinking?
People? Yeah. What is your holiday drink? You know what I started liking for the holidays to drink, Double A? Cranberry, ginger ale, and Jameson. Man, it tastes like Christmas. Get you one. Pour yourself one of those this holiday season if you get a chance. Super good. I might have one when I get home. I don't think we have any cranberry or any ginger ale, so it might just be Jameson.
I was about to tell you a departed joke right now, but I was like, no, never mind. I'll leave that one out.
Guys, okay. Double A, where do you want to go next? I mean, like I said,
okay, so we got our movies, songs. How about songs?
Let's do some songs, but I want to come back to movies after we're done with songs.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So for me,
are you talking about movies still? You want to still talk about movies?
You know what? Let's talk about let's get into songs. Let's get into songs. We'll come back. We'll come back because I'm going to mention. Well, let me finish on movies. Let me just real quick. I know, right? I'm all over the place, right, guys? So here it is. I just want to quick. There's a bunch of debate, right, about certain movies being Christmas movies, not
certain movies.
Two certain movies. We're going to talk about those, but I want to mention something you might not think of that are Christmas movies that I like. So one of them I like is Gremlins. Guys, Gremlins takes place all around Christmas time.
With even a sad Christmas story, too.
A very sad, very dark. That's when I first fell in love with Phoebe Cates. I saw that before I saw Fast Times. And she was like my number 3 crush as a kid in the world. It was like Madonna, Elvira, and Phoebe Cates. So, I was like, and I just felt so sad for her in that movie, and I thought she was a real beauty, which she is, you know what I mean? So that's one of them. Another one that you might not think of, but it's Batman Returns.
Yeah,
Batman Returns.
I didn't. I always forget every year. that it's a fucking Christmas movie.
Yeah, it starts at Christmas
I
time.
always forget.
Even the
That's
last
a good
words
one.
of the movie.
I was like,
I super love that one.
That's a good one.
Guys, and we're going to keep talking about the unknown or unwanted Christmas movies that are Christmas movies right after this quick break. Okay, guys, on the Facebook Live, we're on a break on our podcast app. It's got to process what we just talked about every 30 minutes. It makes it so it can like record the information in chunks. But now is when I'm going to like, this is how we're going to start doing it now. We're going to go now and read the comments and everything you said. I read your comment and I acknowledge it, but I'm not going to say it on the show because, well, I'll say it later, but we're not going to say it. But yes, that birthday is coming up and we're very excited for that birthday every year as always, especially Double A. Tab and Ricky, we appreciate you guys being here.
Yeah, they're the ones responsible for the ornaments.
Yes, yeah.
These great ornaments they can make. Again, see them if you want a Spurs ornament, they have one.
I know, that's
An
awesome,
Avengers,
man.
they have one. The Texas teams, they have one. Our very own ornament.
Yes, I love that. Perfect.
Awesome. So
yeah. Your Avengers one reminds me of Authority Comics.
It does, right? Yeah,
very much so.
Yeah.
Mario's getting there. I know Mario. I was all over the place. You're getting the music already. The Miser Brothers rock. He says Heat Miser, Snow Miser. I don't know that. I need to hear that. Do you know that? Okay, Mario, you got to educate us a little bit. Maria says, are they making another Gremlins? I don't know. I had maybe heard at one time there was some talk about that, but I'm not sure if they are. Doing another Gremlins. I haven't read anything about that. Maria says, Wonder Woman to the rescue. Yes, I think we're back up to it. I think we got everything.
Yeah,
okay, guys. Yeah, so in the future going forward, guys, when we hit this first 30-minute break is when we're going to scroll back through the comments and read them and address them and talk to you guys. And if you guys have anything you want to add about Christmas.
Steven said they also have a little side area. Oh, okay, cool. Luchador.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, cool. You can sit outside. Cool. Yeah. And they've got food out there now.
If you hear our interview, he does say that they were doing all of that. Yeah. Jesse is very handy.
Yeah, I've been seeing him build.
As well as a bar owner, he's actually really handy with his hands.
Yeah, his Facebook's got some good stuff. He put up a really cool picture today. I don't know if that was on his personal or on the Luchador one, but it was the Bride of Frankenstein with her hair blown back.
Nice.
But her hair was a Christmas tree.
Nice.
So it was like a Christmas Halloween one. So I really dug that. Jesse, I don't think you're watching, but if you go back and watch this,
he's probably busy right now.
Yeah, definitely. Time. Friday night, yeah. And guys, check out our episode with them. Our interview with them is great. And then that's our pre-show. And then we have a great podcast episode, Enter El Luchador, which is all about them and the bar life. Guys, we hardly do any talking. They're taking it away, and they're telling you some really funny, crazy-ass stories about being a bar owner in San Antonio on, as Jesse likes to say, south of Southtown. Mm-hmm. So, hey, do you want to do pickups or do you want to do that on the next break?
Sure. Yeah. While Mario's here.
Okay, I'm just gonna check out on the process, and it did.
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
Let me do this real quick. So I'm supporting Collectors Authority, Mario's old business. I picked up this really cool Batman Catwoman. It was really cool. I couldn't find it anywhere else. And it kind of has a surprise. If you know the Mask of the Phantasm, they mentioned Victoria Beaumont.
Very cool.
But the cover is what really got me. It's cool, but that was really a cool surprise. That Victoria Beaumont.
That's awesome right there, guys. Sometimes I think I'm going to hold it better than I end up holding it worse. But that looks great.
Issue 2 of Wolverine, Black, White, and Blood. It is all black and white when the only color is blood. Third story is written by Chris Claremont. Really cool. Super cool stories. It's 3 stories each. 3 original stories. So that's pretty cool. And last one is Fantastic Four with their new superpowers. Silver Surfer on top. Looks like Invisible Woman. It's like in the Iron Man suit thing. And so, yeah. So I got these at Collectors Authorities here on the south side of San Antonio.
Now look, in the beginning of there, it's Christmas time. So with the Christmas tree. Yeah, that's really cool. I want to check out your Fantastic Four real quick.
Yeah.
So they got new powers?
Yeah, Silver Surfer like enhanced them somehow. So
whoever's in the lead here has like some Iron Man armor on, and Thing has on a Hanukkah sweater, which is cool. I didn't know that Ben Grimm was Jewish.
So if you can, guys, if you are comic collectors, please go support Collectors Authority. They are open Wednesday through Sunday.
Okay? They just had Jason David Frank out there. We talked about that. The Green Ranger.
If you need new comics, go there. If you need some really high quality graded comics, go to Mario's Authority Comics.
For sure. for
Okay.
sure.
So-
And guys, don't forget, next week we're having the man himself on. Mario Delgado is going to be on our show. We're going to be at his shop out at Traders Village, Authority Comics, talking all things comics, boxing. We're going to talk about everything, guys.
Guys, if you want to know anything, if you're interested to just be going into business,
a small business owner, yeah,
or just going into business of maybe buying expensive comics and maybe selling them more. Submit your questions, and Mario will ask you how to go about it, how to do it, which comics to look for, which key issues that maybe a lot of people don't know about that maybe are key. He educated us on the first appearance of Death. That was pretty damn cool.
So check this out. I'm going to tell a quick story. You know what? I'm going to save that story for next break. I'm going to save that story for next break. Remind me about Death the next break. I'm going to get us right back into the show, guys. Give me just a second here to do that. Because, you know, sometimes old CM don't know what he's doing when it comes to creating a podcast. Apparently, it's like my first rodeo. But yeah, I'm going to get us back. What was the last thing we talked about?
We're about to start talking to music.
Okay, we're going to go right into music. Anybody that wants to talk about music and your favorite
Submit
Christmas
your
songs?
Submit what Christmas songs that you think we should.
All right, guys, it's going to sound weird when we go right back into it. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So, Double A, we were going to about to talk all things Christmas music. Well, I think we were finishing up on the nondescript Christmas movies. So, we mentioned Gremlins, we mentioned Batman Returns, but I also think about Edward Scissorhands. To me, that one is...
I always forget. Again, Tim Burton must have a thing with Christmas.
For sure, man. That guy's definitely got a love for it.
All right.
Nightmare
Before Christmas, Batman Returns.
Yeah.
Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, that's true. I guess so. And I think he likes kind of mixing the genres. Nightmare Before Christmas, I don't think it was on my list I posted in the Friday Night Faithful, but it definitely is. I mean, it truly is a Christmas movie because it comes after Halloween. You know what I mean? It literally starts that way.
Yeah.
And I do love watching that one every year. I love Jack's, lament and, going through the whole phase of Christmas there.
I know your nephew was like all about that song like about 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, he was. He was all about that one. He was all about, and he wanted me to mention a movie. It was called what did we say? It was called The Greatest Christmas. I'm forgetting it. He's going to get after me. I'll look it up in a second here. But Jess, if you're back at home and you're watching, telling me to give me the movie that Khalil was referring to, The Greatest Christmas, whatever it was.
Or
Mom asked Khalil for me if you wouldn't mind about what that movie is. But you know what? Let's just wrap up movies. So the two controversies, guys. Weigh in on this. What do you think?
Honestly, I didn't even know it was a controversy. I discovered both of these movies again after I kind of moved out. Well, not Die Hard, but Lethal Weapon. After I moved out from my mom and dad's house, I was like, man, like Lethal Weapons was full of Christmas from the beginning. The song, the cop singing. What else is there? The tree. Murtaugh's house is all decorated in Christmas. At the end,
where are they
he's
at?
coming on Christmas dinner. Yes.
They're in LA. Because they're by the beach, I remember.
At the end, he invites him to Christmas dinner.
That's right.
The song, too, I'll Be Home for Christmas from Elvis, I believe it is.
And it's funny, right? Because, I'm big on this, guys. You know this about me. When it comes to movies, I'm big on where are they at and what's the weather like. Because a lot of times, isn't Murtaugh like in sweater vest and shit?
Yeah.
Okay, I used to live in California.
Jacket.
Yeah, I used to live in California, Southern California. Not by the water though. Now I hear by the water it's much different and it's very cool. I lived in the Mojave Desert on a Marine Corps base, and it was hot all the time, like it is here, but not the same kind of heat. It was more humid. You would never wear. My dad wore shorts all year long. I never put on even maybe a jacket, like jeans and t-shirts all the time, because it was never here we get our cold days and you put on a hoodie or whatever, you know what I mean? But I don't remember ever being like that there. That's what California's kind of known for, like that perfect weather, like a sweater vest. I mean, you must be like a really cold person.
I think San Francisco is the one that has the cool weather.
I know as you go more north, it does get cooler.
Yeah, because remember Escape from Alcatraz, he says that Mark Twain said the coldest summer he ever spent was the time he was in San Francisco or something like that.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. Okay, so now I didn't know really about the whole Lethal Weapon controversy. The one I had always heard of was Die Hard. Die Hard was the one that everyone was like, no, it's a Christmas movie. No, it's not. Bruce Willis famously comes out and says, no, it is not.
Because of all the violence that's in there.
Right, and
that's why he says
it's an action movie, but you cannot deny. Now that one feels very Christmassy to me. It starts
Christmas.
out, it's snowing.
He's coming to visit his family for Christmas.
Yeah, so it's like now Okay,
They're
somebody,
having a Christmas party.
right. Now, somebody might say, okay, well, does it embody the spirit of Christmas? The sensibility? I don't want to say sensibility, but the spirit of Christmas. Me and you are big on saying the spirit of something. To me, the spirit of Christmas is kind of like what gets you in the mood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, does it get you in the mood? I mean, does, when you see Die Hard, you're like, oh, it's getting like kind of feels like Christmas time. I would rather watch Die Hard at Christmas time than I would like in the summer because it feels that way. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but let's say, what is the Just Another Friday Night podcast stance? Is Die Hard a Christmas movie for you?
I think so. Yeah, because even before I got on social media, I thought so.
Yeah, I agree. If you put
that in
your list,
there was a debate.
Yeah, me neither. If you put it in your top 10 or Christmas movies or your top 5, I wouldn't disagree with you. I'd say, yeah, go right ahead. Mm-hmm. Now, is it better than some of these other ones? I don't know. Maybe it's only number 9 or number 10 or whatever, but maybe it's your number 1. Maybe you like action movies, and maybe it gives you the perfect blend.
Out of the two, I've always been more Lethal Weapon than Die Hard.
Okay.
I like the Lethal Weapon franchise better than Die Hard, and I like the first one better than Die Hard.
So just movie 1 to movie 1. Lethal Weapon.
The Christmas movies, between those Christmas movies, I say Lethal Weapon.
For me, I'm going to go Die Hard. I'll split with you on that one, only because I feel like I watched that one more. I own that one. I think I own all the Die Hards, but somebody gave me a gift set for Christmas.
You can even say like Lethal Weapon has more of a Christmas spirit because he's suicidal, but at the end he accepts Murtaugh and his family.
And you know what? I think because that movie's in California, it doesn't look Christmassy. Because for me, when I heard the debate, I was like, what? Like, I don't understand this debate. It's all the things you're saying that I didn't pick up on. You realize it's around that time. But L.A. doesn't look, it's not like there's snow on the ground or whatever, so it doesn't look Christmassy.
Well, for me, it looked normal because we don't have that in Texas.
Well, right,
yeah.
It's summer all the time. We could be wearing shorts and t-shirts right now.
It's cold in the morning and then it gets hot in the afternoon. So.
And now it's like coolish, you know what I mean? But here in the Pod Lab, it's whatever season we want. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's it for movies, guys. What are your favorite Christmas movies?
Come on,
let us know. Give us one we didn't know about. Oh, but before I do go, I want to, after I already suggested Noel, we talked about the Christmas Chronicles. Guys, you have to. If you love this show, you have to. And I want to thank Friday Nighter Joe for this because he was like, check it out. It's a must see. He wasn't lying. On Disney Plus, the Lego Star Wars Holiday Movie Special. They don't call it Christmas. It's Life Day. And it is perfect. It is.
I guess there is no Christmas in Star Wars, right?
Well, yeah, no. It's a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah.
But, guys, it could not have been done better. It's the sequel to the new prequels, or new sequels that you didn't know you needed or didn't know you wanted. And it does a great job. It's really fantastic. I highly suggest the Lego Star Wars Christmas Special, Holiday Special, I believe they call it Holiday Special. And it's amazing. It's so many laughs, and it's really super fun. Especially if you're, a big-time Star Wars fan, you're going to totally love it. Totally love it. Guys, if you're commenting, please continue to comment. In our next break, we're definitely going to get to all those comments, and we're going to talk about everything of that. But
like I said, dropping your movies.
Dropping your songs. We're going into music, so dropping your songs. Dropping your traditions. Yeah, dropping your holiday drinks.
We're talking everything Christmas. Yeah, drinks. What do you drink? What do you read during this time?
What are your decorating nightmares? What did you hate to decorate?
What do you collect for Christmas?
Yeah. Are you an ornament person? Are you some people do snow globes.
I myself do nutcrackers and villages. That's what I do.
Villages, I didn't know that. Okay. Yeah. You got a whole Winter Wonderland down there?
Yes.
Okay, I got to go check that out. Yeah. There's like a giant Santa that's my height. I'm a short guy, everyone, if you didn't.
I love that Santa.
There's a giant Santa in his living room that it's when I walk in to the room and I look around, I'm like, oh, shit! Because it's a big-ass Santa. My sister started us doing an ornament every year, so we buy a new ornament for my nephew every year.
That's cool.
Mando went up on the tree this year, so that was pretty cool. And I think he did get a Baby Yoda. There's a Baby Yoda there somewhere. We also got an ornament from Amazing Annie over at Deuces Mercado. She made us also a Just Another Friday Night podcast ornament, 2020 on it. Really special because it's the year that we started this podcast, guys. So crazy that we're getting ready to end the year of 2020. But our podcast started really pretty early this year in March.
March, Friday the 13th.
Yeah. That's crazy. We're kind of getting near a year.
Yeah.
So Yeah, that's just What are y'all's traditions on
Yeah,
that? I
tell
want to
us.
hear that stuff.
Yeah, tell us.
We're gonna get some maybe holiday
If you have
food
a
tonight,
drink
too.
that we think we should try,
Oh yeah,
try it. You know, give it to us.
If you want to make us one, make it and then serve it up to us too. We'll take the free drinks too. Okay, then let's go right. We said we're gonna do music. We're gonna do Christmas songs.
Sure.
Hit me, adrenalize me. What Christmas song for you?
My favorite one is from the Eagles. Bells Will Be Ringing.
Okay.
I love that version from the Eagles.
Okay.
I gotta hear that every year.
All right. Who's singing?
The Eagles. Don Henley.
Don Henley singing.
Don Henley.
Okay. Awesome.
Great
awesome.
song.
I need to hear that version. Is that they play it often?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's probably that version I'm hearing.
You're probably hearing
okay.
It, yeah.
Okay.
The Ramones. This is the one I was saying about. Merry Christmas. I don't want to fight tonight. You need to hear that song, guys. If you know,
Holiday
hear it, yeah, all that stuff. Hear the Ramones song. Merry Christmas. I don't want to fight tonight. It's a great song. The video is funny as hell. Check out the video. I'll probably post it up too. So
post that up. I want to see that.
Queen have a really great song called "Thank God It's Christmas."
Thank God It's Christmas.
There you go.
I love that Christmas song. You know what? I'm making my own Christmas Spotify list right now. It's only about up to an hour, which kind of sucks because I think my Halloween one may be like 3 or 4 hours. But I'm working on it because I'm trying to pick out of the very non-traditional Christmas songs. So like I have that one on there. Thank God It's Christmas. But I love the album that you and your brother put me on, where it's like all metal versions of Christmas songs. Lemmy does is Rocking Around the Christmas Tree?
No, he does Run Rudolph Run.
Run Rudolph Run.
Chuck Berry,
yeah,
which is another one of my favorites, a Chuck Berry version.
Yeah.
Love that song. Have you seen Home Alone?
Yes.
When they're rushing to the airport.
The classic.
You know, scene. Great song.
Yeah, that's a great album because it's like all kind of like metal.
Yeah,
rock
Dio sings it. Lemmy sings on it.
Yes.
Chuck Billy from Testament even sings Silent Night, which is crazy.
Nice. Yeah, really great ones. Okay, what else? Is that it? Your top two?
No. There's Rob Halford has a whole Christmas album.
No shit, I didn't know that.
yeah. So that's pretty cool, and there's a lot of good songs on that one too.
You know what? I'm lying to you because when I was creating, I did not know that, but when I was creating the Facebook story, I don't know if you guys know this, but on our Instagram, AA usually posts the pictures, and then I go behind him and I create the story. So that's when I put all the little funny gifs in. If those are corny, let me know, and I should be putting those.
They're not corny.
And I also do the tagging, like I tag the person if they have an Instagram or whatever, and if I miss somebody, let me know. This week was cool because I got to tag some of the Friday Nighters because we had their lists. I didn't tag everybody because not everybody had an Instagram, but I tagged who I could or who I thought I did. If I missed somebody, let me know. But as I was tagging people, or as I was looking up songs to add to the picture of the musicians, I did notice a lot of Christmas songs coming up under their names. Like I was like, what the fuck? Like this guy has he sang a version of that, and it was more than one people that were saying. Okay, crazy. By himself, solo, not Priest. It's Halford.
No, it's Halford by
himself.
Wow,
that's pretty cool. Did he do that years ago, or
yes.
that wow. I love it when like an artist says like, "No, I'm going to do like a Christmas album." You know what I mean? So,
who was I going to say? Shit.
Elvis,
obviously Elvis.
Oh, right. Yeah. Blue Christmas is one of the absolute
I'll Be
best.
Home for Christmas. You know, that song too. Just in general, that's a good song.
Right.
It's not really a Christmas song, but Love Actually kind of made it. The Beach Boys, God Only Knows. I love that song at the end.
Yeah.
You know, that's a great song.
I love that movie. We didn't talk about that movie. But again, we can go all night talking about Christmas movies. But.
Yeah. Shit, man. I have like a whole list.
Let me jump in while you think. For me, my number one is it's called The Christmas Song. I love this song, and I never knew what the damn name of it was. The little to find out that it's called The Christmas Song. But the version I think that I always hear, but I've heard other versions, but the main one that you hear a lot is by Nat King Cole. You know, this is the chestnuts roasting on an open fire. I just love that one. I imagine this alternate life version of myself living like in New York in some loft and just playing that record and having just a small tree and a fireplace going and I don't know why, just that song puts me in that mindset or whatever. Maybe it's a story I'm meant to write one day or something. But
Last Christmas, love that song from George Michael.
Great song.
Always love it. That movie's pretty good too. If you get a chance to see it,
I did check it out. That's another new one I watched this year. Yeah, I wanted to see.
Last Christmas is probably one of the best ones out there.
That's
and
he wrote
it himself. Original song.
Okay. Another one for me that I wrote here is "Carol of the Bells." I think we always hear like the Trans-Siberian version.
Trans-Siberian, that's who I'm talking about. The
Mhm.
whole album, they have like an album called Christmas Stories, I believe it is.
Yeah, like Christmas Sarajevo or
It's
something.
great.
Like that.
If you ever get a chance, check out that album from Trans-Siberian Orchestra. It's beautiful music, beautiful orchestra, beautiful
And
guitars.
pretty heavy playing guitar.
It is,
and
but
everything.
man, oh man, a lot of those songs are great. The story is awesome too. Story's a really good story. It's like I forgot, like a kind of like a down and beat man.
Yeah,
An angel visits
pretty
him.
much. Yeah, like
You
the
know,
Lost
it's
Christmas
really
Spirit
cool.
type
Yeah,
thing. Or
it's
whatever,
really,
yeah.
really badass. The album's cool. The cover's cool. I'll post that up so you guys can see it. But Trans-Siberian Orchestra, Steven's been there twice. He said it's a great experience. It's a great view.
Amazing.
It's
It's
everything.
amazing, guys.
I always play that CD every month, every year.
Yeah.
December. You know, it's just a great fucking album.
Yeah, I was really blessed to get to see them twice
Yeah,
with Amy,
yeah.
Untamable Amy, Friday Nighter. What's cool, I was telling Double A, is that when they come to San Antonio, they usually come around pretty close. Like it's pretty close. Like the date's set here because you don't want to go see Trans-Siberian like after Christmas, like on the 26th. You want to see them like before. And man, guys, like a whole stage rig with lights coming down and turning, and like it blows you away. Now, the one thing that I will say, when we went, and I didn't know this, but they like only do like they kind of like it's like that. This is the story they're touring.
Yeah.
But I think they can sometimes do it like 2 years in a row, or until I guess they write a new one or whatever. So when I went with Untamable Amy, we saw that one year, and then next year we saw the same one, and we didn't realize. I was like, oh, damn, it was like the same show, or whatever. Which still was amazing. It still was great. But you're like, oh, I thought it was going to be different. So I don't know how often they change it up.
Yeah, I mean,
very cool.
I don't know though, but it's like when you see one of the classic bands. I mean, you're gonna see pretty much the same show.
But yeah, you want to play the hits, right? Too.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I
Yeah, I definitely want to hear Carol Hills.
You're gonna get the greatest hits of Kiss.
Yeah.
You know, so but I mean, I would like to see him. Obviously, people like seeing him because they come every year.
Yeah, they come every year, man.
So-
It's a great show. If you guys ever get a chance to see Trans-Siberian Orchestra, somebody wins free tickets, or you win free tickets, or you just get them. However, go and see it because it's really fun and it's really rad. I love it.
Yeah.
What
do you think about? Okay, you want to? You know, we kind of talked about controversy in the movies. What
Sure.
about this controversy
Okay,
that
let's hear
popped
it.
out? Maybe it's cold outside.
Oh my gosh.
The rape song.
Whew. You know, it wouldn't be Christmas if we didn't talk about rape a little bit.
Oh my goodness! You know what? I never thought of that song as a rape song, and I like the Dean Martin version. I do like the Dean Martin version. It's cool. I like it. They're flirting.
There's implied
Come
playfulness in
on.
the song. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean,
come on now.
I mean, you know, you can definitely read that into
They're
it.
not
whatever,
going to write a
but-
song about rape. You know, they're flirting.
They're flirting.
It's from the
playful.
40s and the 50s.
Yeah, like I really gotta go. Now,
Women and men weren't
Slice,
supposed
they
to. Yeah, women and men didn't spend a night at each other's
Right,
house in that time
right.
period.
It's an awesome song. I love that song.
It was
man.
supposed
It's
to be
just like,
sexy. It was supposed to be
Yeah.
flirty.
yeah.
Come on.
I
Don't
mean,
make
what
it out
about,
like it's
you know,
rape.
I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus, or even Santa
Yeah.
Baby. Santa Baby, it's a sexy song, right?
Yeah, the way
You
she
know what I
sings
mean?
it too. Yeah, it's like, wow, shit.
You know what I love? It's not. It is on my list if we were going to go do a big old list, but I love the Michael Bublé. See, that's fun to say. Michael Bublé. Whatever. His version of Santa Baby, because it's from a men's perspective.
Yeah.
And he's telling Santa, you know, I want a Mercedes. I want
Okay.
I want these certain things that are like, you know, guys have tickets. I think it's a hockey team. He mentions a hockey team, but you know, I was like, oh, I like this like version like a guy. You know, we watch stuff too. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, so I don't think it's a rape song. It's
No,
a nice flirty
no,
song. It's not like he's making her drink wine and
Right,
telling her to pass
right.
out, babe.
yeah, yeah. It's not like Cosby's doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I mean, like, I like the
Definitely
song.
not.
I hope
It's a
they never
great
take that song off
Yeah,
because I know there has been stations
I
in
know,
other parts of the country
I
that
know,
have taken that
I
off.
know.
So.
There's so much room for that to, you know, the cancel culture. Screw cat. I wish somebody would cancel culture.
Right. White Christmas. Always
Okay.
loved White Christmas from Bing Crosby.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was the #1 song for so long.
Really?
You know, I think the Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas, I think it's the new
Right.
champion
Yeah.
on that one.
Yeah,
So,
that version is great, but
Yeah.
I definitely love Bing Crosby doing any Christmas song.
Yeah,
Is pretty
yeah,
much fantastic,
yeah.
so can't go wrong with that. One that I wrote down here that I wanted to put in my top recently, kind of heard it maybe 1 or 2 years ago, maybe a little bit more, but Fairy Tale of New York by the Pogues. Definitely, you want to talk about a song that doesn't feel Christmassy, controversial. guys, it starts out in the drunk tank, being drunk on Christmas Eve, and it just goes from there, man. It really is a downtrodden, dark story of Christmas, but in the end has a good ending, and there's some very strong, colorful language in there that if you're part of cancel culture, you will not like. It makes Santa Baby seem like Rudolph the Red-Nosed fucking reindeer.
Okay.
So, but it's fun. So we love it. Yeah, so to me, that one's all good. Guys, remember, please keep commenting. If we're there, we're getting ready to come up on a break in about 10 minutes, and then we're going to go ahead and address all your comments here on the live. So that's why we're not ignoring you. They're there. We see them. It's so funny. I was watching Kevin Smith's podcast earlier, and he's getting talked to by his partner, Mark Bernard, and he's not answering right away, but you can see Kev's reading, and he goes, "I'm sorry, guys, I went in the comments." And they're like, "No, don't do that." Because, for them, I mean, they do a big, 2.5 hour show, whatever. Yeah. If you get caught in the comments, we'll be ignoring each other, but we have to do a natural break anyway because of the podcast version. So, but what else, Double A? Are we going to take another break? Should we get to comments? I mean, we talked about some traditions. We talked about some.
Well, we haven't talked about some traditions. We talked about music and movies. So,
okay. What else we got?
Traditions.
I mean,
is there stuff that you do?
Well,
now that you've kind of been on your own.
Some things. Well, kind of the one is
do you guys go to maybe see the lights now? Do you?
Yeah.
Is there a certain time you put up your tree now?
Well, that is kind of one. So all my life, we had a real tree. Even when it got to be a hassle, maybe 1 year or two, my parents tried the fake tree. We didn't like it. Me and my sister. It's just us two.
Okay.
After that, it was real tree. When we got our house, there's no doubt. Every year, there's no fight. Me and her, when it comes to that, there's absolutely no real tree all the way. This year, our tree's a little shrimpy. I don't like that. My ceiling isn't that tall, but not as tall as yours downstairs. But it's about maybe 8 feet. So I'm like, I want to say, to me, if I can stand me flat-footed and put the star on the tree myself, tree is too short. If I can do this number right here, tree is too short. So I don't like that. So we heard that there is a tree farm in Divine, and we want to try to go out there. The trees are about $75. But, we normally we're paying about $60 at Home Depot. Right, But this year my sister paid about $50, and it shows in its height. I'm like, man,
Charlie Brown.
I know. I was like, man, this guy's not going to be defending anybody. So, so I mean, it's a beautiful tree. We decorate nice. I got my Super Mario star on it. This is my first year with Super Mario star. I did see a lot of people were doing Baby Grogu, Baby Yoda's on top of a lot of trees. It looks really rad, Double A. Next year, Grogu maybe on top of my tree next year. So. What about you, Double A? What are your traditions?
Yeah, so I'm a huge Nutcracker fan. So every year I try to buy at least two Nutcrackers a year. That's it. I only buy 2. That's it. No matter how cool the other ones.
The actual, an actual.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. So you don't mean a fan of the Nutcracker sweet?
No. I want Christmas-looking Nutcrackers. I like those. The Christmas-looking soldiers.
So you'll buy 2 every year.
2 every year, and I've been doing this since 2010.
You find them new ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's nowhere particular. I go to Walgreens, Walmart.
And they do new ones every year. So they don't look. You don't have any 2 that are the same.
No, unless I buy 2 that look the same.
Oh,
I want them matching. Yeah.
So Double A has a literal army.
Yeah. So, and I do. And after 10 years, of just buying 2, it's accumulated pretty well. So that's why I always tell my daughter, I'm like, just buy 2, and before you know it, you'll have a whole big old collection, just like I do now.
That's what I do with action figures. I buy 2 so I can open one and keep one.
Now that I've never been a fan of. I'm sorry.
I hate doing it too, but
I never liked that you and Albert did that.
It's a sick addiction.
It is a sick addiction. I wouldn't recommend that for anyone. Villages. I love Villages.
Now, are these glass with lights in them?
Some of them are. Some of them are plastic. Like my Christmas Story Villages, they actually sold Christmas Story from the movie.
Cool.
Those are plastic.
Like their house, you get Ralphie's house?
Yeah, so I got Ralphie's house, I got the Chinese restaurant, and I think I got the school.
This is all downstairs right now? I need to go look better. This is how unobservant I am.
Yeah, and then I buy little figures to put all around, so it looks real nice, and then we got the white.
Will you post pics?
Yeah.
Okay, post pics. No one can put some pics up.
Yeah, so.
We got a short week this week, guys, so it's going to be a hard-hitting, fast Instagram stuff.
And then my daughter's birthday is in this month. So, the day before my wife gave birth, we try to keep this going every year. The day before, we saw Christmas Vacation and ate pizza. This year, we did still watch Christmas Vacation. We always watch it the day before my daughter's birthday. It's something that we like doing. It's something that reminds us of that. You know, we didn't eat pizza this time, but we watched Christmas Vacation.
That's
So
cool.
the day before my daughter was born, we watched Christmas Vacation.
So you're gonna kill me, and Joe probably too.
But you never seen it?
I've never seen it.
You'll like it if you seen it.
You know, I don't.
You'll fucking laugh because that's you now.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
The Clark Griswold character is all of us now.
Now, where is that in the series? Is it the third?
It's the third one, yeah, but it doesn't follow like.
Now,
like the kids are always different.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why I got when I was confused with those movies because I've seen them all parts of all of them, but I've never seen
Christmas
anyone
Vacation is by far the best.
Okay.
By far the best.
Okay. You own it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
you can
That's
borrow
cool.
it and watch
All
it.
right.
It's fucking funny. Randy Quaid
Sorry,
is funny. Elaine, you'll like Elaine's character.
Okay.
She's funny.
That's Beverly D'Angelo?
No, Elaine from Seinfeld.
Oh, she's in it.
Yes.
Oh, Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Yes.
Oh, I love her. Okay, I love her.
You'll love her. Juliette Lewis. She's the daughter.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Nice.
you'll like the movie.
Okay.
Like
I'm
I
down
said,
to check it out.
you'll laugh at the shit he does. It's like, golly, that became us.
Yeah,
You know,
the parts I've seen, I would laugh at.
Yeah.
Like, of course, like the Randy Quaid is the brother-in-law, right?
No, cousin.
Cousin.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
So you come to my house doing that shit?
Yeah.
We don't.
And
we
see,
don't do
you
that.
have those cousins that night. You're just like, fuck, why is he here?
Oh yeah! How many times did we haul some drunk ass out of your mom's backyard? It was man. I'm like, who brought
All right,
this
time to
fucking
go home.
lightweight?
Yeah,
Yeah.
time to go home. You know, when they start becoming obnoxious, you know, it's like, God.
Oh man, it's a great time though. I mean, just getting together, getting drink. You drink eggnog? Are you an eggnog guy?
No,
I'm not an eggnog guy. I've had it with rum. You know, I'm kind of lactose.
I've tried it
intolerant.
with, I've tried it spiked. I've tried it pumpkin spice. I just,
Is there lactose free? Is somebody
There probably
tell me
is
if there is?
now.
There's
I bet
lactose
you
free.
there is now.
I'll drink some eggnog this year. It's lactose free with some rum. A lot of rum in it.
Hey, you're like Tim Allen from the Santa Claus. I'm lactose intolerant.
Is that what he said?
Yeah,
Then he gets sick.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get down to the nitty gritty here, Double A. Before are we going into break yet? I don't know if we're gonna go. We got about 5 minutes.
We still got
We got about 5 minutes. We're gonna come back with a little bit. We might not go as long as we normally do. Guys, the last two have been like 2 hours, but we're gonna go. We want everyone to get out. Get your holiday shopping done.
Yeah, this
Good
is
on
last
Amazon.
weekend.
This is it, guys.
Last weekend. I wouldn't even recommend Amazon anymore. I don't think they can
You ain't gonna make
get
it.
it to
you.
you.
Ain't gonna make
Yeah.
it.
You're not gonna get it.
No, let me ask you real quick before we go into break. Before I get into my next thing, which is going to be about, we're going to talk about the big man in the red suit in our last segment here. But before we get to that, let me ask you that: how do you do your shopping? Are you an online shopper? Or
No, I go out.
Okay, you asked me, do I have a big list? You have a big list?
No.
You keep it pretty small?
Yeah, I have to. I have to.
Yeah.
There's too many things.
Oh, sure.
For me personally, there's too many things this month. That it's just. There's no way.
You've got several really important family members.
Too many.
Birthdays,
Too many big things, and it's just There's no way.
I get you.
I apologize to people that I can't do it. I just can't do it.
Yeah, I mean,
I need to be fucking Elon Musk or something.
I know. I'm just poor. I'm poor. Guys, podcasting pays nothing, literally. Are you joining? Are you subscribing on our Anchor? If you're not, feel free to donate. Yeah, thank you, Aaron. Feel free to donate to our Anchor, and you can donate, and we get like a little kickback.
He helps us get a big bite.
So, guys, I mean, there's no money in the podcast game. We do this really solely for the love of the game here. You know what I mean? But, I mean, like I said, but here's the thing. I think that if you're a good gift buyer, you don't need to spend a lot of money. You can find your way around it. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, this person will love this.
Honestly, I think people should just be like really happy that they get something.
Hey,
honestly.
if me and you have a drink together on Christmas, that's a good.
That's perfect for me.
Guys, remember, it's the season of giving, not getting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
and I've told CM multiple times, I don't give a shit if people give me anything. You're not hurting my feelings if you don't give me nothing. Seriously, honestly.
I loved being.
They say reverse psychology. They say nothing. If you don't give me shit, I'm fine with it.
I loved being at Toys for Tots with the Dork Dad podcast over at Atomic Comics this year. It gave me a chance to go buy 2 gifts that I picked for. I meant to get 4 gifts. I wanted to get 2 boys, 2 girls, but I ended up just getting 2 boys. And one of them was a baby Grogu, which could be, Baby Yoda's for boy or girl, in my opinion. You know what I mean? So someone's going to get that one. It's not the one, the animatronic one. It's the one that kind of just is stuff, but it's the one I've been seeing in all the trees.
Cool.
You know what I mean? It's very cool. I want one, but I mean, I was like, cool, because so many years I want to buy, even for your daughter, I know, things that she's liked throughout the years, you know what I mean, for her birthdays, but I've always been like, well, I want to get her like this. Like, I want to get her like the women's WWE championship. And I'm like, she doesn't watch wrestling. But I think that that's something cool. So when it comes to like Twister Tots, you can buy a gift like that. You know what I mean? And then also too, I loved getting blankets. You know what I mean? Like it was like a chance.
That's really cool
give.
for a nursing home. So
yeah. You know what I mean? Anytime that we used to do stuff like that at work, different places I worked for, they would do these kind of drives or whatever it was. I love stuff like that. I mean, it kind of that helps you get, I think, in the spirit, especially me, where I'm sometimes lacking.
It makes you feel better, honestly, than
for sure
receiving.
For sure, so. Totally. And I don't know. I'm sure you're this way now that you have kids and stuff. But it gets to be about was their Christmas.
It really is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When I see Khalil, it's not about did he have a big pile.
Yeah.
It's just about did he like what he got.
Yeah,
you know what I
that's
mean?
It.
And that's what I mean.
You have to pass it on. You have to pass it on to the next generation so they can celebrate that with their families.
Totally. But now let's get into it, Double O. Let's get into talking about the man of the hour, the man who's kind of centers around him, but the guy in the big red suit.
Too sweet to be sour.
Yeah, I want to hear it, Double A, when it comes to your I won't say stance, but your how do you guys approach Santa Claus, the big man? Okay, guys, I'm live. We just went to a break. Here, we're going to come right back from that break talking about Santa Claus. But I'm going to take a little bit of time to jump into the comments and read a little bit of comments. Number one, I see right here, Justin Martin,
go back up.
the co-creator of our logo. I mean, Jessica drew our logo, wrote it out, but the guy that got it to where it's looking now, Graphics Plus, Justin Martin. Justin, we're glad you're here, man. Yeah, so happy to see you in here. So we're back up in the comments.
Right there, about right there where Steven is.
Oh, Steve says, have Glenlivet and a stogie. That sounds awesome. I haven't had Glenlivet in a while. Friday Night or Holty Bear likes Glenlivet. I prefer Glenmorangie. Glenmorangie Scotch, very good Scotch, Steve. But yes, send me your favorites. Steve also says his new favorite Christmas movie is Santa's Sleigh, Perfect, which we saw. Bill Goldberg portrays Santa, and then but what a cast! Chris Kattan, James Caan. I forget that really beautiful girl with the really blue eyes. I forget that actress' name, but yeah, I haven't seen it. My mom saw it, Steve, and she enjoyed Santa's Sleigh. She said that it should have had a different ending. She said my girlfriend actually bought it on Amazon, and I didn't get to watch it before it expired. She rented it, did the rental.
Yeah.
So I need to go back and watch it and pay for the rental myself. Joe says Die Hard. I think you're referring to we're talking about Christmas, and then Joe also says the Eagles. When it comes to songs, Please Come Home for Christmas
will be ringing.
is his favorite. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Maria says All I Want for Christmas is You.
Yeah.
Great one. Tab and Ricky say All I Want for Christmas is my two front teeth. That's a good one. Yeah, I've been hearing that people forget about. The hippopotamus one.
I don't like that one.
Yeah, not my favorite, but whatever. Mom also says Santa Baby. Tab and Ricky says
you think of that screen because that's where you are supposed to you want it to be a director.
Yes, that is true. That's what I'm always thinking about. What's the next move, Tab? I gotta get to the next part here.
He is directing this podcast. So.
It's becoming easier as it goes along, but we're doing this new format,
director,
so starting
he's the editor. He's the one that puts everything together.
I can't do it without my man here. The man behind
this
the
man
scenes,
is like a Robert Rodriguez.
Oh well,
he wraps everything up.
Gives me too much credit there. Too good. See, that's my Christmas gift when Double A says nice things about me. So let's see, what does Joe say? Joe says, every year for the last 15 years, my wife and I wait till Christmas Eve to wrap up.
Oh, nice. Very nice, Joe. That's a great.
That's a great tradition.
That's awesome.
I always wondered that because there's so many movies, and correct me if I'm wrong, guys, where like on the night of like Christmas, they're hanging up lights still. They're doing that in Edward Scissorhands. And in Christmas Story, they're like barely putting up the tree on Christmas Eve. I'm like, man, y'all took a long time. Like, we got that shit up like way early. Again, we get here to Justin's comment. Justin, I don't know if you're still with it. I know you said you wanted to pop in. You're probably working hard, making graphic designs. Guys, again, you've seen the raw art by my girlfriend, Jessica, Trinket_truck at Instagram, who designed our logo. But then we gave it to Justin Martin, Graphics Plus, and he turned it into the beauty that it is here. You can see it. He gave us logo A, this is what I call logo A. And then on the back of my shirt is logo B, which is the big full mic. And recently, Amazing Annie over at Just Volcano gave us a logo C, which we'll be debuting soon. It's going to be coming out. Maria says Dolly Parton Hard Candy Christmas. That's a really great one that I don't hear people talk about that much. You never heard that one? Oh, it's a really good one.
Okay.
I'll post Hard Candy Christmas.
All right.
I barely heard that recently myself this year, and I was like, damn, that's a really good song by Dolly. Joe says for me to sing it. Okay, I was singing a little bit. I'll sing a little bit for you, Joe, here and there. Friday After Next. That is a Christmas movie. It takes place during Christmas. So that's a funny one, too. I believe they're also in Southern California, Rancho Cucamonga.
Okay.
So it's like, doesn't look Christmassy, but it's at the time of year. Maria says we have one. I think she's referring to the
traditions or something.
Brookie in the house. What up, Brooke? Where you been, man? I ain't talked to my homies from my old company before where I'm at now in a while. Brooke was one of them. Brooke, I'm so happy that you're here joining us on the live. Maria says Merry Christmas, everyone. To which we reiterate those sentiments. Merry Christmas, everyone. And Steve says the making of tamales is a tradition. We haven't not yet talked about holiday food, but tamales were always a tradition.
Always.
You've got family in the game.
We did.
We did. They did have family in the game in the place where tamales were like the number one for. So we ate those tamales from that particular place for very many years, and we're not giving them a shout out because we're waiting to get corporate sponsorship from them. So if they want to endorse this show, we'll gladly take. You can pay us in tamales. You know what I mean?
They did show them on Texas Eats, though. That was cool. Yeah.
You know what we're talking about, guys. There's always a line, and people be freezing them for weeks. So.
It ain't delicious.
Yeah, and it ain't delicious tamales. This is what we're talking about. So, Yelly in the house, primos or prima. So we're happy to have you here. We love your Christmas post. We know that you're a huge Christmas fan, Yelly. So if you're still watching us live, we're glad to have you here. Excuse us while we
just keep pushing through. Just keep
pushing through. We're here for you, girl. We're here for you. We hope you like our lighting sets and on our tree, which is courtesy of Jess. Steve says, what does he say here, Double A?
Tradition when I was living with my parents was to burn the Christmas tree in the street on New Year's Eve. Nice.
That's a badass tradition.
Nice.
I want to do
that. It's easy to get rid of that tree too, right?
You know what? I have to deal with that every year, sawing that bitch in half when I have a real tree.
Yeah.
So this year, I might just put that motherfucker on fire.
Take it to George's house.
There we go. There you go.
There you go. See ya.
Here he goes. Joe's calling me to task. I haven't seen Christmas Vacation. I'm sorry. I've seen a lot of parts. It's just like it's on. I don't know. I got a lot of stuff going on, Joe. Give me a break.
Now that you're a face on a podcast, man, you're going to get a lot of criticism.
I know. Man. You know, it wasn't long before I started taking cheap heat. Guys, if you want to listen to another podcast that's all about Christmas, Joe put me on Tis the Podcast. Pretty cool. All about podcasting and all about Christmas. Their podcast is all about Christmas. It's 3 people, and they talk about. That's where I think we first pulled the Santa sleigh from. Sometimes I go to their group and I steal stuff for our group. So I'm like the Grinch.
Yeah.
Year round, I'm stealing from y'all's groups. Don't let me in your group. I'll steal. I will just be like, that's fine. I'll take that right into my podcast group right here and I'll claim it as my own. I don't give a damn. Sometimes I give you credit. Sometimes. He says, I love you guys. We love you too. All right, guys. Let's get back into
Mario's still number 2, yo.
Let's get into the last leg of this podcast. We get a little refresher before we go back here. We got to work on a better situation for this year, guys. We appreciate you being here with us on the live. We appreciate you
guys. If you need a refresher, you get a refresher.
Yeah, get a refresher too. Get yourself some eggnog. Get yourself some Irish coffee. You guys ever drink Irish coffee?
Ooh.
Regular coffee and whiskey. One of my favorites. Let me tell you. You put a little Kahlua or Bailey's in there, Irish cream. You know, I think I might have some of that when I get home too. I don't know. We're going to wrap it up early tonight, guys, because we're just going to get on into the boozing. So, guys, we're going to do probably the last 30 minutes of this podcast here, and then probably wrap it up shorter than the last couple have been. But, we're just enjoying reading your comments, hanging out, celebrating in a way an early Christmas with you guys. Does anybody do, you know what? Oh, you know what a new tradition for me has been? I didn't say this, but since I've been with Jess, me and her siblings, they've got families now, so her brother and her sister, and they've got significant others. So we do amongst those kids, we do a Secret Santa just amongst us. There's like 6 of us, so we get to move that around or whatever. Like everyone gets for the adults, the parents, but we do the Secret Santa just amongst us. That way we don't have to be buying for all of you, but all the kids get something, and I love that the most. If I don't ever buy you a gift, believe me, it's not a slight to you, and I just buy. I might get your kid a gift. I know some of my good friends don't have kids. That's not their fault. So try to get y'all something too
Could
when
be
I can.
too. This
You know
could
what I
be
mean?
their fault.
But yeah, it could be. But I also am very cheap, so there's that too. I may buy one thing for the couple because I'm cheap like that. You know what I mean? But it's not.
Everyone needs a $10 Wendy gift card.
Yeah,
okay?
exactly. Yeah.
I'd be happy if somebody gave me a $10 Wendy gift card.
$10 gift card to Wendy's? That's Christmas is over. Call it a day. I'm gonna get a spicy chicken meal.
Fuck yeah.
And it's gonna be a happy day. I tell people all the time.
5 for 5.
If somebody went to freaking Five Below and got me a Grogu $5 blanket, I'd be happy. If somebody saw a $4 Star Wars toy, I'd be like, this is the shit.
Yeah.
I mean, just don't get me, Admiral Hux. I mean, get me whatever. Yeah, somebody with a lightsaber, preferably. You know what I mean? That'd be great. Okay, so guys, we're gonna get right back into this.
I don't drink coffee yet.
Double A, no coffee for Double A.
Are you saying I should? Because I look like shit.
Yeah, coffee could be good. Get you some coffee. Okay, what was the last thing we said? What are we gonna, guys? Remind us. What are we gonna talk about when we go back? We're talking about the big man. The man. He's not the man in black. He's the man in all red. Guys, what's your stance? We just want to say a disclaimer here. We keep total kayfabe on, and if you don't know what that is, look that up. Total kayfabe on the man in red here for all of our kid fans. Guys, we're back, and that's going to sound funny for the podcast listeners who didn't know we wouldn't anywhere. But we digress. Santa Claus, Double A, do you put cookies out? Do you put, we're Latinos. Should we put tamales out for him? Maybe he gets tired of cookies. My girlfriend doesn't like chocolate. So chocolate chip, that's like a no for her.
We don't leave anything out for him. No, I take that back. We did. We have. Okay. My daughter's real big on leaving cookies out there. So
now, do y'all do the? This is what I heard of, the carrots and celery for the reindeer.
Oh shit!
So they get something too.
No, no, there's like no vegetables here. No, I didn't even know reindeers needed anything. Carrots
and celery? I mean, like, if we got wings that night, there might be some carrots and celery laying around. I'm not gonna lie. My nephew hasn't really asked. I think he asked this year. He's 7. He asked this year. So of course me and Untamable Amy are gonna. She bakes. She's a bakestress, so she can whip up cakes or cookies.
Yeah, she does.
She bakes cake really well, but she doesn't really do like homemade cookies or homemade brownies, whatever. But she does whatever box she buys for the brownies are incredible, and she did them right, so they come out right.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's just following the instructions, and her cookies, she does some Oreo cookies my dad likes, but I'm not like huge on the Oreo cookies. I'm like a real traditionalist, like chocolate.
I'm not a
sweet
cookie person whatsoever.
The best cookie I ever had, and I think she makes them around this time of year. Aaron B of the Big Bite / Best Burger, his mom makes a chocolate chip cookie that will make you fall to your knees and cry sweet, bitter tears. And she'll put pecans in them for you if you want. No pecans? No type of nut in your cookie for you? Okay, no, that cookie gotta have nuts. What about brownie?
No.
But you just don't eat sweets. You ever get a
but if I do eat it, it's not with nuts.
On anything. If you get a Hershey bar, no almonds?
Oh, almonds, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
well, see, that's what I'm talking about.
But, cookies, brownies? No.
Okay, I disagree totally. Wow, the Just Another Friday Night podcast is split on
just like these colors.
Nuts. Just like these colors. Guys,
I'm the Red Ranger, he's a Green Ranger.
If you make me a cookie, you got to have some pecans or walnuts.
Ew.
Pecans or walnuts really the king of the Christmas nuts, in my opinion. I mean, I know they say chestnuts, yeah. I mean, when they start letting the nut run the nut house. Guys, for me, cooking right. But yes, Aaron B, your mom, you tell your mom, Aaron B right now, I would like some of those cookies.
Where is Aaron?
I don't know. Where is it? Tonight? Maybe he's in bed early.
He drops like 20 comments.
I know. He's at home washing his tights. He forgot about us or what? You don't support our podcast anymore, Aaron B? Aaron B, your mom's cookies are absolutely... Guys, have you ever had... And number one, it comes with look like a little mountain.
Wow.
With all the goodness in there and the chocolate and all that. And she'll put them in the microwave for you for 10 seconds, and she made them last night. But one day, we were over there watching movies in her theater room. 2 houses she's had have a theater room. Very beautiful.
Yeah.
She's like, I'll make some right now. Right out the oven. Your mom is quite the bakestress.
Yes, she is, and it sucks that I hate sweet stuff.
Wow. The absolute best pumpkin bread I ever ate in my entire life. My Aunt Linda's pumpkin bread to die for. I will take that to the bank. That's my favorite thing to look forward at Christmas time. That pumpkin bread. Also, too, she'll whip out cookies like wedding cookies and the cookies with the cinnamon on them that come out right out of the oven. If you never had those hot, when we used to eat those at your house, oh man, that's how. Well, that's not how I got this, but the part of it is money is drinking. But love that, man. What other holiday foods? Double A, do you do? Is there like special? What's your holiday meal?
It's funny because we've never really had a traditional meal. It's always just been finger foods.
I love that.
Just quick bites that you just go in and out, in and out. Buffalo wings.
Even here, since you've had your house.
Yeah, because we really don't do Christmas here. This might be the first time. Yeah, this might be the first time because of COVID that we're going to be here.
So when you would go to your wife's families, would they do the same thing?
No, they have like tamales. They actually have food, turkey or ham. No,
yeah.
Turkey.
Yeah.
Turkey. Tamales, rice, beans, macaroni. They mix in the Mexican with Christmas.
I like that. I like that. I like the idea of because in the song there's always like a turkey and some mistletoe. Yeah. And I used to be like, we don't eat turkey on Thanksgiving. Yeah. And I was like, is this like a cultural thing?
No, it's always been like that, man. We just ignore it.
I'm telling you, so many years. How many Christmas Eves did we spend together?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Probably all of your youth.
A lot of it.
Your whole entire youth. I spent
tamales were the main course.
Yeah. Dude, I would be getting down on meatballs when your mom introduced wings, the rolled up meats, the 3 big ass bowls of chips. Yeah. Dude, I'd be eating everything, man. I was like, I miss that. That was like the tradition. You know what I mean? Like, there used to be a time when your mom had like a bar inside, like a set-up bar inside, and they would put up that brick. It looked like brick paper that would go around the sides of it. And I remember your dad being there. Your dad would be the bartender, and he had these big chops, and we'd be serving us that we weren't allowed around that. And I remember some of your older cousins that were even older than me, and they'd come up, they'd be drinking on their own outside in the front yard. Friday Night or Phil, I'm talking to you.
Geez.
Friday Night or Phil, if you're there. I always find you
slipped on that invisible rock.
He always said. I always find you drinking in some corner of the family's house. I remember one of your more recent parties, I saw him. He was out by the trash cans drinking. I'm like, why are you over here? We're all grown up now.
It was so weird. It was like the one time my backyard looked huge. I was like on one side, he was on the other side.
His backyard is huge.
No, I mean, this was like, wow. Like I wanted to go talk to him, and I was like, man, he's super far away. Next to my damn trash cans for some reason.
like convening and holding its own little court. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm like, we're all here together. But I can literally remember, him getting denied booze by the adults when they were probably underage. We were definitely underage, and him being like, fuck that, I brought my own shit. You know what I mean? And he'd have like a little bottle. Yeah. He probably gave us a couple of swigs off of that. But, drinking part of the traditions, guys, of Christmas and, yeah, man. I mean, like, I felt like we were talking about Santa and we got way off from that. But, no, and I don't have that many pictures of my nephew with Santa. Maybe one that I could think of.
I did a few times because the school would have one.
Right. So. Okay, when I worked for the bank for a lot of years, there was these really great parties that we would go to. Sometimes we would crash some of the parties. Oh. Friday Night or Steve remembers these.
Damn.
And they would have the absolute best Santa helper. We know that Santa sometimes has helpers for the kids out there. That Santa's got helpers and they come up. And these guys definitely were like 6'7", like broad. Like I was like, damn, this is like the biggest Santa I've ever seen. Damn. I got pictures, man. I'll post them up.
Right.
And he's got a big Santa belt, gold belt buckle. Looks like a WWE belt. I'm like, holy shit, this is like a big ass Santa. And that party was great because they would have an ice sculpture of the building.
Oh.
And all around it, all the cocktail shrimp you could eat. And I'm talking a shrimp bigger than my damn thumb, man. I mean, like it was like a big, thick hog of a shrimp.
I know my cousin Tony at USAA, they have great parties all the time. I think he's seen Joan Jett perform for them. So
Friday Nighter Jimmy, also a member of that USA family, got to see Journey.
Oh, see, there you go.
Journey. I think that
was last year.
Yeah.
Because Tony was all like, I didn't see him.
He said they were awesome, but I do hear that it is an alcohol-free party.
Oh, fuck it. Because they're hiring a damn band, a rock band.
Oh yeah, like a legit show. Yeah, and I'm sure it's like a kind of intimate setting. You know what I mean?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
that's pretty awesome. I know they've had other big acts. You know what I mean? So that's kind of pretty damn cool or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know, Double A. Anything else that you feel like we need to talk about and or address on the?
Yeah. So the it's always the myth of Santa, right?
Right.
right? Like you get to a point where you're always questioning, well, I never see him.
Mm-hmm.
How does he? Or my daughter is like, how does he always go to every house in one night? You know, in like a 12-hour span. How does he always do that? I go, hey, look it up. He's a real person. Just type in Saint Nick.
That's
I
right.
go, he's in every culture.
That's right.
What is it? Saint Nick, Santa Claus, Jocks Noel, something like
Mm-hmm.
that, right?
Yeah.
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 Dress in red, you know. He's everywhere. It's the ideal of Santa. It's always like we get past two. We're like Santa's helpers in a way because we're still giving him in his ideal of what Saint Nick did, you know.
Yeah. Where do
So-
you stand on this? Gifts under the tree, wrapped or unwrapped. Christmas morning.
The what?
Gifts under the tree, wrapped or unwrapped.
Wrapped.
Wrapped, right?
Yeah.
Wrapped.
Yeah.
See,
That's
so
part of the fun.
yeah, I told my nephew this. I said, you know, sometimes Santa drops them off unwrapped, so I gotta wrap them because I want you to have fun unwrapping.
Yeah.
So I wrap them for you. That's why the wrapping paper is the same as the wrapping paper of the other gifts, but it's from Santa. I still, you know, we still know that it's him. The tag is there from him. We keep the same tag. You know what I mean? But guys, yeah, I mean, Friday Nighter Jack is a huge proponent of Santa. And he's, you know, there's no doubt, and there should be no doubt in any of y'all's mind
No.
that, you know,
He was. I mean, he is real.
he's real.
Look him up, Saint Nick.
Guys, think about something that happened to you, a moment in your life, moment in time,
Yeah.
then seemed like the impossible became possible or whatever. You know what I mean? Like that definitely is the spirit of Christmas and of Santa Claus being there for you, getting your back. So we definitely huge proponents of the man in red and the big guy. We love the man in black, Johnny Cash, but we also love the man in red, Santa Claus.
What's your favorite kind of like illustration of it? This is mine. I've always
Oh.
loved the Coca-Cola Santa.
That's a really great
I
one.
love that
yeah.
one, and it was cool when I found out like that's what Tim Allen wanted.
Really?
The first Santa Claus.
Is that
He
right?
wanted to look like that one.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that's very close. I
Yeah.
like that. I do like the Miracle on 34th Street one.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
you know, but kind of always like a shorter guy.
Yeah.
We used to have this really weird ornament on our tree, which I think my sister got rid of because she didn't like it. But
Oh.
like, and that one he didn't have the black boots. Maybe they fell off. I don't know. The ornament was old AA, but he's kind of got his arms out, and he was just like short, like with a big round belly, and like, you know, the kind of close crop beard though, and you know, the I don't even think he had a hat. I don't even think that one had a hat. But I just thought I was like, to me, that's what I always remember Santa looking like because I think we had that ornament my whole youth, and I was just like, that's what he looks like.
Yeah.
It might be on my tree. I don't know. I might be wrong. She might not have got rid of it, but yeah, that's what I think about when I
Okay.
think of it. I did love Kurt Russell's version though, like
Yeah.
kind of
He did look good.
like a
Yeah.
buffer, like with the leather,
He did
you know
look
what I mean?
good.
Leather, red, like red leather.
Let me ask you something, because this is something that me and my brother Will talk about a lot. So, me and him have certain comics that we read that really mean more to us on Christmas. Do you have any of those? Like, he loves The Soul of the Hunter. He likes reading that one
Really?
during this time period.
Okay.
When it gets really cold. How about you? Is there like a comic that you hold off onto until Christmas comes around? Or December, the month of December?
Man, that's a tough question. You know what? Because I can't particularly think if
Okay.
there is or not.
Okay.
But you make me want to.
So like so like him,
Reinvest
and
in
then he
that.
asked me. He goes, Double A. Is there a comic that you read? And you know what? I gave it to him going this year actually. I go, this was the first issue of Daredevil I ever wrote. It's nothing special about it. Nothing
Okay.
special.
Okay.
Okay. He's there standing with the rope.
Okay.
But I read it around this month.
Ah.
I remember. Okay. But the story too is kind of Christmassy in a way. It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's snowy. It's cold. Matt Murdock's like on a road trip, you know, doing weird shit. He's just on a road trip.
Okay.
This guy is working for his mobster brother, like his brother, right? He's working, but his brother's like a mobster. He hates doing that
Okay.
when he needs money. And like they're also like boarders too, so they take in Matt Murdock for like the night.
Yeah.
You know, the dude's struggling. He really wants to get out of the business. He doesn't like doing that. You know, he's kind of like Rocky, how Rocky is. He doesn't
Right.
like breaking thumbs.
Right.
Okay. Matt Murdock goes to that mobster brother. He beats the shit out of him. You know, blah blah blah. That mobster brother
As
leaves town.
Daredevil?
Yeah.
Okay.
He leaves town. He tells his brother, "You know what? I'm sorry, I can't be here anymore. I can't hire you anymore."
Yeah.
And it's a good feel good story. Feel good story. And it's like I said, it's snowing in the story. It's a really good story. It's what really got me into Daredevil. It's John Romita art.
Yeah.
So it's a really cool story, and that I always like to read it. I gave it to him. I go, "This is a story that meant a lot to me. I would like you to read it since you asked me about
Yeah.
it." And he enjoyed it too.
You know what it is? I don't do it every year, but I remember it for this. I must have read it around that time too. You made me think of it, and you talked about the snow. That yellow bastard.
No,
And I'm like, that one is the one that I think I must have read it. You or your brother must have gave it to me.
I probably
wasn't
did,
reading
'cause I'm
that
the
much
one that
Frank Miller
collected
yet.
it,
The Sin
yeah.
City stuff yet.
Yeah.
And I remember being like, I was like, man, this is like like
it's cold, right?
right. It's cold. It's cold. So it feels like like the right time to be reading that or whatever.
Maybe think about it more. And,
I am.
Maybe post something this week. If there's like a book that you're like, hey, you know what? I did read that one.
Well, I will look and I will try to remember that. But I think I may start the tradition of reading that Yellow Bastard around this time.
Sure.
But let me tell you, here's something that I do think about: Christmas with the Joker, Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what
a
I
good
mean?
one. What about the X-Men one?
Yeah, that one's
That
cool
one too, right?
That one is
With
really cool
Leech?
too. Yeah, and then Rogue puts the star on.
Yeah.
She flies up.
with Jubilee.
Jubilee,
Yeah.
yeah. I just saw this recently on Disney. Put up a little ad and it showed that clip.
Yeah.
It was saying like 10 things that the X-Men can do at Christmas that their powers help them do, whatever. It was like 8 of the 10 were Wolverine carving the turkey, rebuilding stuff. You know what I mean? But yeah, Rogue definitely.
Okay, what about the movies? Not Christmas movies, just movies that you watch, like meeting him, like, and you've seen this too. When trumpets fade,
right?
We always like to see when trumpets fade during this month.
That's a very cold.
Yeah,
it's
during in December in World War II.
Yeah.
So we like to see that movie around this time period.
Cool.
And we also like to see the cartoon called Robotech.
Okay.
During this time period too, because my older brother bought it around this month, like when we're all still living at home.
Awesome.
And we saw it like during this week. Like the week of like December, like a week of December, we saw it. So
it's funny. It almost goes back to when like you were off, because you didn't go to school, so you were on break. So what did you do? You read stuff, you watched stuff, and you're making me think, because I can't think right off the top of my head.
Yeah, me and CM didn't have social media, so we did a lot of still like reading. A lot of watching movies, a lot of TV.
Shit, I think when we were those ages, I don't think anybody had social media, but I get you. You know what I mean? Like, you just, that was your time because you're off 2 weeks. What
like, I remember a lot playing like Risk around this month because all of us were off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hoti Bear, you, myself.
That's when we would have sleepovers. Like, we'd be like, all right.
Friday Night or Adam. You know, we all played this fucking hours long game of Risk.
More than 4-hour games.
It's way more. Yeah.
But I do remember that those were times I was like, okay, we're off. Like, have sleepover. Like, go over, see. Like, that's when we'd be like, your oldest brother, a boy, would be playing Queen DVD or not even videos. It was got to be videos. We would look at old basketball videos. We'd just be watching like old highlight reels. You know what I mean? All that stuff, man, would be like what we'd be doing, and we would do that. We'd hang out for like 2-3 days before we felt like somebody's mom was tired of the other ones. Because I better go home for a little bit. But yeah, you really got me thinking about things in particular.
Yeah, so there's like certain comic books that me and we'll read around this time period that really mean a whole lot to us. That read just in this time period.
Awesome, man.
And that really, like that Daredevil issue, it really means a lot to me. There's nothing important about it.
Yeah.
You can skip over it if you want, but it means a lot to me because of where I was. I got into comics. That helped me get into Daredevil, the character, was because of that issue.
Now, let me ask you, do you have a favorite, maybe Christmas memory or gift that you got? I asked this because like a special, maybe something special, because I probably have a couple that like stand out to me or whatever. So if you want to think about it, I'll go first.
Yeah, go ahead.
So people often ask me like, "Well, what was your favorite Christmas gift you got as a kid?" That's really hard to remember. I've seen pictures of me having stuff around me like that's like probably worth a shit ton of money now, like classic, iconic, G.I. Joe figures, Thundercats, all that, whatever. I've seen these pictures, you know what I mean? Like, oh, gosh, damn, I wish I still had that, man. Like, seeing it pristine in the package. Some of them are on the floor of your mom's house.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
But one gift I remember in particular that always stands up for me, when you say as a kid, I see this come on Facebook all the time too, like, what was your favorite Christmas gift? And I have a couple of really cool ones as an older person. And in fact, they might not even been for Christmas, they might have been for birthdays. Those two that I'm going to mention. But the one I'm thinking of in particular is my my dad's dad, who we didn't really have a relationship with, we didn't see often or whatever, 1 year gave me from Return of the Jedi the Rancor. So I
Nice.
had the Rancor,
Nice.
the classic one from like '83. There's a button, and on his back are these spikes, but hidden in one of the spikes, which was a cool thing. It wasn't like a generic red button. It was like hidden in the spike. You push it down, and his mouth would open and close.
Huh.
And I remember this because he was hollow inside. He was like two pieces of plastic, like snapped together, and then that jaw thing or whatever,
Yeah.
the top piece. I would put crayons in his mouth as a kid. So he was like, he would shake it. It was like a rattle. It was full of crayons. But he remember had the three claws, and they were like really like, they were like pretty sharp. They were pretty pointed and whatever.
Nice.
And for a kid's toy, like you could definitely like jab somebody's eye out with that. But I remember that toy in particular, like loving that toy, and like the way his feet were flat and they just moved very little or whatever. And I've looked for it and I've sought it out now, whatever. And it's very, very expensive.
Yeah.
It is definitely a toy that I remember getting as a kid that I was like, wow, this is like so cool. And I don't remember having that many other even Star Wars toys. Like that monster would fight everybody. He'd fight He-Man.
Right?
He would be fighting G.I. Joes, and he would eat everybody. Like everybody got fucking chewed up. So that was like just like a cool one to have. And I would really like to have that one again. What movie is it? Isn't it the Santa Claus where Tim Allen gives them like their Judge Reinhold gets the weenie whistle,
Yes.
and she gets the dating game.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like the gift you didn't get.
Yeah.
That would be what Tim Allen dropped off for me. He would drop off for me that it would be that. Like
you did remind me of something. So back in 1997, I got back into wrestling. I got back into wrestling big time. My tia Emma that passed away. I miss her every day. Her and my mom went half. My mom and my dad. They went half on this great, which I still have. I still take care of it. WrestleMania's 1 through 13 box set. It was videos. I still have it. It was the greatest thing ever. I carry that with me everywhere. Everywhere I've moved, I make sure that is with me in pristine condition as much as it can be.
Yeah.
All the videos still work. They're all very perfectly good. Everything, the box, it just means a whole lot to me. I've even had Sergeant Slaughter autograph WrestleMania 7 on that video. It probably meant, I mean, like I said, it's the one gift that's been around me for 23 years. And it's still in my, still here. It's still there. Still proudly displayed everything.
That's awesome.
I've just always enjoyed it. And it was a huge gift.
I think I remember seeing that on your, you used to have it over your bed shelf, right?
Yes.
You used to have a shelf over your bed.
Now
and
it's
you had
here.
It there.
Yeah. Now it's here.
Yeah.
And,
that's awesome, man. I didn't know that. So
yes,
that's pretty cool.
So that always stays with me. Always. It's never far away from me. And like I said, it's something I've had for 23 years, and they all still work perfectly.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So that's probably my favorite one. And I was just looking at that the other day too.
That's pretty
that's cool.
You got to take a picture of that. The last two I want to talk about, they might have been birthday, but we're in the theme of gifts or whatever. But they actually both come from your brother. I don't have one with me right now, but 1 year he got me the lighter that Jesse Custer has in Preacher.
Nice.
It might have been Christmas, might have been birthday. Back in the day, we would sometimes, it was like never like planned, random, we'd give each other like a gift. Mm-hmm. And eventually it got to the point where he told me, and we would tell each other, he'd be like, you basically spend 20 on me, I spend 20 on you. Let's just both keep our 20 and just call it whatever. And I'd be like, and I think it was like he was trying to cut out the hassle of dealing with like having to think about it, remember it. And I get it, no worries. But these two
my brother likes to be really unique if he can. He likes to be really unique.
So this is cool. Shit, it might not even have been for anything. It might have just been a gift just as a gift, you know what I mean? Which are sometimes the best gifts.
He probably saw it and was like, you know what? CM would like this a lot.
Yeah, and Jesse Custer in the comic book Preacher, my favorite comic book, carries a lighter with him on it that says "fuck communism" on there, and I have a replica.
His dad is in Vietnam vet.
Yeah.
So
in
the comics.
And John Wayne comes and delivers these to the dad.
Yes.
His dad.
John Wayne.
Yeah, John Wayne delivers, and that's his hero. Jesse Custer's hero is John Wayne. His dad has this lighter, gets into Vietnam. He loves John Wayne. He got his son into John Wayne. He has a lighter. Jesse knows the lighter, but when Jesse's dad gets killed by Jody. Jody takes the lighter. When he gets a chance to get the lighter back, he does, and he uses that lighter throughout the rest of the comic book series. In fact, I have a really cool picture on our Friday night, on our at JFN podcast on Instagram of when we posted the picture of the cover where it's Jesse's hand by Glenn Fabry holding the lighter. On
Yeah.
the comic book cover, you don't see
Yeah.
the lighter, but I actually laid my actual lighter on top. So it's a pretty cool scene of you actually seeing what the lighter in the comic book
You
looks
didn't
like
show
in the
Garth, did you?
pages. Huh?
You didn't show Garth, did you?
I think I did show Garth. I had it in my
I thought
pocket
you
with
did,
me.
right?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think I did. I
yeah.
might have been like, I just wanted to,
Yeah.
but she probably said, like, I said, a dozen of those, whatever.
Yeah.
But the other one I do carry with me all the time, and this is actually the third version.
Yeah.
But this is a wallet that first came to me by
That's
way
my bad
of
motherfucker.
Friday Night or Will. So if my wallet is ever taken by bad guys and it ends up in a bag, and they want to know which one's mine with the lack of $1,500 in it, it's the one that says "bad motherfucker" on it. It's, Friday Night or Will. Your middle brother knows that's my favorite movie, Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
And one year he gifted me that, and I was like, "Holy shit!" I don't know if it was Christmas, birthday again. I can't remember exactly, but we're talking about gifts and Christmas.
Yeah.
So I was like, "This is really awesome." My favorite things from movies are like replicas, like things that if you have it in the movie, you don't really know what it is. Like I would love to have like the pink Fight Club soap because it's like the soap
cool.
they used it.
Yeah.
But I would want it wrapped how he wrapped it with like the paper and little twine.
Which I've seen.
Yeah, that
Which
scene where she says, "This is the best soap." You know what I mean?
No, but I've seen it actually sold like that too.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, and I've seen they actually sell them where it's got like the Fight Club on it, like the movie one. Which that's cool too. You know what I mean? But my favorite stuff is stuff where it's like you got to kind of know, like where someone like is that from whatever?
Yeah.
So that's some cool stuff. You know what I mean? Again, it's not about getting; it's about giving. That's what I think.
But you remember? I mean, we obviously people have gifted us with gifts.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, our parents, our cousins, our siblings.
It doesn't mean that any gift that we ever got was not as important, but these just in your mind kind of stick out.
Like I said, I've got two, 3D things of the Hulk and Iron Man that Mario and Yelly have gotten me, and I display them right here.
Yeah,
they're here.
Yeah,
for a long time, and I regret not getting it. You had gifted me a Tomorrow Never Dies poster, and I had that on my wall. And I don't know what Boy or William did to it.
Okay.
But I had kept that up. It wasn't so much that was my favorite movie, because by far it's not, but it was something that CM gave me, and I wanted to hang it up.
Yeah, and I believe I gave that to you too, because I was working at the movie theater.
Yeah, you were.
And it may have been one of like the real deal, and a movie poster, guys, that they hang like in a theater is like bigger than like a regular poster. So it's like,
and so like if somebody gives me something, I just like to take care of it as much as I can.
Man.
Like Tomorrow Never Dies, like I say, it's not my favorite Bond movie by far, but you know what, CM, thought of me when he gifted me that poster,
you're a big Bond guy,
and I hang it up. It was hung up. It was cool. It was Spirit Bronson, like that. Tomorrow Never Dies. It was
that's a good one. I like that one.
It was a badass poster.
And dude, for like,
I wish I could know what the fuck happened to it. I bet you it got thrown away, which pisses me off.
I know stuff. But dude, like for me to think about, like just on this show for my birthday, you gave me that awesome Fantastic Four book, man, like that, like a total shock and surprise. Next thing I'm like, man, this is like from you, and like it happened here on the show, so that makes it really rad. I mean, so guys, again, it is whatever it means to you.
When you start getting older, you start kind of like seeing the faces. Like I bet you like seeing Kal-El open.
Oh my gosh, that's my favorite.
I like seeing my kids open up and
totally.
I got my daughter a Roku. She had always been begging me for a Roku. I got it. She flipped.
Yeah.
And she was like, immediately, can you set this up for me? And I did. Now she has Disney Plus in her room at Netflix. So.
Friday Night or John, Holtzy Bear and Foxy Roxy, they pride themselves, I think, on being good gifts, good gifts, and they are. Awesome. They're great. They love. I know, especially. I think they both, but I know especially Holtzy Bear loves to give kids. He does not like to be thought of as a bad.
Yeah.
He's gotten. My nephew some awesome Nerf guns that are like really cool, like
tools.
Money's no object to him. You know what I mean? And well, it's an object to all of us. But what I mean is that he doesn't think about that when he's buying, because he wants the gift to be cool. And I have to admit, I'm like that too. Me and him had a running contest. It's really gone down in the past couple of years, but we used to have this running contest. Pretty much, it was an unspoken contest, Double A. Who was going to top who out on the better gift for the year?
Okay.
So one year, when we were first became friends, we were a couple years. I got him the Die Hard. This is at the time trilogy on VHS.
Nice.
I think I had to go in with another friend because it was expensive.
Okay.
So I had gotten it. He was like, he might still have it because he's like. So years later, we would go back and forth because he'd give me some really cool stuff. I gave him some really cool stuff. Like we were like, we knew what we were doing. We're like, I got to do better than you this year. It's like one year I know I ordered him these mugs. They came from a cigar shop in Philadelphia that my uncle had visited. I only knew that this place because my uncle posted a picture and he's smoking cigars there. It was called Holt's Cigar Shop. I know that Holt likes cigars, and it was like I ordered from their online those mugs, and I just thought that was like a cool thing. I mean, he's again right now I can't think of everything I'll talk about, but he gave me some majorly cool stuff as well. But another one on the Die Hard thread to end on the gift.
Yeah.
Nakatomi Tower. They made a DVD set display. Yeah. I had to go in with his wife. I had to be like, I don't know what you're going to get him. I really wanted to get him this. I think it's really cool. I was like, if you want to, you go half or whatever, because I couldn't afford it on my own. And I believe she did. We went out and did it together. Nice, I was single at the time, I believe, but we went out there. So somewhere he still has it. The Nakatomi Tower. I know he was searching for a while to find a helicopter to land on it. He wanted a helicopter that would fit on top. So I just remember that, because that's like an example of one that you give out, that was cool. So I remember that. But we normally read the comments in the break, guys, but I really want to read this one from Friday Night or Letty. It's really great. She's reminding us of both of our Aunt Mary, who would always say, give out of the kindness of your heart, not because you want something in return. And I do love that. And that is something that my mom says all the time too. She always reminds me, she's like, I'm giving because I want to give, not because whatever else. Double A, anything else, man?
No, I think we're good.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, that's pretty much going to do it for us here.
But we do have one more thing to say.
But we do have one more thing to say, and I'm going to say it when we come back after the little video.
Let's read some of the comments.
Yeah, let's go. We're going to go read a little bit of comments, guys. This is our last break. We're not going to read any more comments after this until after we're off live.
A little bit more.
But we're going to go up a little bit higher. I'll get a coffee. Right there. Okay.
Thank you for helping.
Of course, Let. We're really happy to help. Plus, it's a great cause.
Sam really went all out.
It was a great cause to help. I think that's a really cool thing that her school adopted a nursing home. How awesome is that?
That reminds me of the Walking Dead episode, no? When those guys stay behind, like they look like mean Mexican dudes, but they're staying behind to take care of the nursing residents.
Early on.
Yeah, remember?
Yeah, that's a great episode. Hey, speaking of which, Daryl and Michonne just came out on Fortnite.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So
Fortnite, guys. Fortnite. Yvette, Mark, wherever you're at.
Yeah, wherever you guys are at, man. Then let's see. Here, speaking of getting, Friday Nighter Maria says, maybe my son will get me something from Santa.
Get something. No. Maybe my son will get something from Santa. Let or Allie for helping.
I want nothing. My reward is that they got.
Joe said it's the thought that counts. Yep.
That's right.
Joe posted like a really cool posting about like dads trying to do some stuff.
Yeah,
I really liked it. It really touched me pretty good. Because I have those feelings, and it sucks when you can't deliver. So
And hey, Joe, I'm glad you're here, man. I know you're normally doing football and sports right now, but
man, all your stuff,
I think you said it's over, so that's good.
Yeah.
And go Hornets, man! You tell them that we said just another Friday night.
Yeah, we're gonna be future. My kids are gonna be future Hornets.
Yeah, and I'm a Hornet, and my sister's a Hornet, and my nephew will.
I just wish they had something better than a Hornet. I had to be an owl with the kilt, and now a damn Hornet. I was like,
the owl with the kilt is pretty cool. I mean, anything with
we're
a
not
kilt.
in the Highlands.
So the higher. That's not even the highest part of San Antonio. So I
went to
why.
school at Highlands, so my thing was an owl with the kilt. So.
Lefty says no chocolate, please.
I guess for the cookies.
Okay. Let's see here. What else we got here?
Grab one of those magic brownies.
Steve, no lie, man. Where they at? Let me know. I never tried that, but I've heard it's potent. So yeah. Tab and Ricky say I usually donate, but I had 3 new foster kids. Oh well, no. Hey, you're doing your thing. That's
doing
great
your thing. That's
for
awesome.
y'all. Awesome for both of you. You and Ricky doing that for the kids. Anything
awesome.
that you got to do for them. They come first. This is what it's about, man. Totally. So, oops, gifts. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, for sure. And then the last comment there with Demer's comment. So, good, guys. All right, guys. Well, we're going to get ready to come back from the break. And we're going to say pretty much our goodbyes here. And then that's it. We said it was going to be a quick one, but, we always lie. Double A's got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow, and I'm here holding him up. But
it's a good time.
Hey, it is what it is.
It's a good time.
All right, guys. Well, you know, this is gonna just about do it for me and you here at Just Another Friday Night.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts, Double A?
Yeah, so like we're gonna be posting up a lot of things leading up to Christmas. If you wanna, if you want us to hear some songs, if you want us to watch a movie, uh, you know, comics, if you want us to read something that maybe means something to you, let us know. We want your list. We want your playlist. We want your reading list. We want your movie list. Hit us up. We're going to be doing this all the way into Christmas. We're going to be doing this Wednesday. Check out our new episode Wednesday with Mario Delgado.
Short turnaround, guys.
Yeah.
We're going to turn right around.
That's going to be a really interesting conversation.
It might be a long one. We're going to be there live. We might encounter technical difficulties. It's going to be really...
And it might be kind of cold, too.
Yeah, it might be cold. It might be cold. But Mario has a really nice heater in there that he had running the other day. And if we put that by us, we're going to be fine. You might hear
it. Guys, to all your families, have a really good, safe Christmas. Please social distance. The numbers are getting super ridiculous. Okay, so just watch out who you invite. Make sure they're clean. Make sure they're clear. And have a good tamales, turkey, ham, whatever the hell you're eating.
Totally. The vaccine is out, guys. That doesn't mean we're in the clear.
It doesn't mean because they can only give it to so many people first.
Still wear the masks. Still social distance. Still be smart. Be safe. We know that you already are. You're smart if you're listening to this show. That's for sure. Guys, what makes a great gift, or if you're running late and you can't get the gift till later, Just Another Friday Night podcast gear. What do you want it on? I'll put it on anything you want. On a cup, mug, a hat. Joe's wife needs to buy Joe some Just Another Friday Night gear for, you know what I mean? We only get a small cut. We don't get a big cut. It's really little. But anyways, guys, in all seriousness, I also want to wish you and all your families a very happy, safe, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, whatever it is you celebrate, Happy Holidays. Guys, we love you, man. This year's been great. We're happy to be having a Christmas episode with you guys. We fought about the lighting. It was not right. Well, we looked like demons earlier, so we're happy with this red-green combo we got going here. So we're super happy about that.
Joe was an owl. All right, Joe, I didn't know that.
So now it becomes clear, Joe.
Mario says Mario from Authority Comics is open all weekend.
Yes, Mario. Go see Mario for the collector in your life,
if you need a gift.
Yeah.
Mario has plenty.
Shoot, and also, I don't want to fail to mention this, but guys, Friday Nighter Foxy Roxy is also going to be out. Yeah. In between Mario's shop at Authority Comic Traders at Toy Matrix. Great, guys. I already picked up a bunch of t-shirt gifts. They're some of the best t-shirts I've ever seen. Toy Matrix, Gary and Bobby are there. They're going to take care of you. But guess what? This weekend, who they got out there?
Felissa Rose.
She's the
met? She's the main star from Sleepaway Camp, one of the all-time best horror movies. And then I don't know the dude's name who plays Doofy,
But he's Officer Doofy in Scary Movie.
For Scary Movie.
I mean, Officer Doofy's going to be there.
She's going to be with Felissa Rose on Saturday, and then she's going to be with Officer Doofy on Sunday.
Yes, so, and they're right. And
Mistress of the Dark, Foxy Roxy, awesome.
If there's a collector in your life, and there's a fan of this show in your life, they will love something from either A, Authority Comics, or B, right next door at Toy Matrix.
Guys, Mara has a lot of great stuff over there.
Oh my gosh, both shops are amazing.
Yeah, if you need a cool shirt, go to their shop.
Dude, my girlfriend Jessica got shirts for herself. She shopped for herself. Has been getting nothing but compliments on her shirts from there. I bought shirts for mine and our boys from there before. My dad's Christmas gift was from there. So guys, go see him. Go get some autographs and pictures with some great celebs, and finish up your Christmas shopping there at Traders Village with Mario or with Gary and Bobby. And Roxy will be out there. Yeah. She's going to be out there directing the line, Travis. You've seen her on this show. She's a gem. 15th Street will be
at Traders Village this weekend.
Guys, before we get out of here,
if you want a picture with Santa, they also offer that.
And I saw how they were doing it. You're sitting on some hay in front of him. He's raised up behind you.
I think he's right next to Mario, too.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he's right there. Yeah. And there's a great bar in there, too. You can get yourself a michelada for $10.
So, man, it's going to be happening at Traders this weekend. Go to Authority Comics if you need a comic or a souvenir. Go to, what's the shirt place called?
Toy Matrix.
Toy Matrix for cool shirts if you want. If you want your kids to have a picture with Santa, it's right there, too.
And the only beard that could rival Santa's is Gary's. Gary wears it in a braid. It's like down like this, and he's got like 3 or 4 Chongo's on it
Right.
because it's a pretty long beard. But known those guys for years too. They're way cool. Mario knows those
Yeah,
guys. They're way
autograph.
cool. They're making it like they said they want to make it like a murderer's row back there, man.
That's awesome.
So, but they'll definitely take care of you. And guys, don't forget, early next week, Wednesday, the man himself, Mario Delgado, on this show.
Guys,
the comic book
Yeah.
king.
or if you want some really high quality comics, go to Authority Comics. If you want some new comics, go to Collectors Authority. All right.
What are
Both
your
top
questions?
notches.
What are your questions for Mario?
Yeah.
What do you want to know about the biz behind the scenes? Questions asked. You want to know?
Guys, like I said,
We had
this-
questions 2 weeks ago about incentive covers. I wanted to know about that. We're going to get into
I couldn't
all that.
find at Heroes. I couldn't find at Gravity. I couldn't find at Dragon's Lair. I found this at Collectors Authority here on the South Side. It's a great pickup. It's a great store. Support Pete. Support Mario at Authority Comics at Traders Village this weekend. Both great dudes. Check them out.
Totally. Guys, before we get going, one thing we always like to say, if there's something that you want to do with your life, a hope, a dream, you want to achieve, you got to do it right now. You got to seize the day, guys. Seize the day. And the other thing we want to do is sometimes it may take you going the extra mile. It may take you working extra hours. It may take you having to get up early. Whatever it takes, guys. Do whatever it takes. Guys, for myself, CM Chuck, and my partner,
Double A.
this has been Just Another Friday Night Podcast.
Christmas
And we
special.
want to say Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas.
And we'll see you Wednesday. Good night.